for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to
rumble! Yeah. What's up? It's that boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Minute Today, USA Boxing. We are back. What the Lick Read family, what the Lick Read, man, what's going on, man? It is what it is. Another day. You see what I'm saying? What's happening? VQ Chris, what the Lick Read fam, what's going on, bruh? Everybody in the chat, let's give everybody a round of applause. Give everybody a round of applause. It is what it is. Today gonna be a good day. Hey, listen, man, I'm hearing a whole lot of stuff. Everybody's everywhere with this particular topic of subject matter. Hold on, let me turn this camera this way a little bit. All right. With this particular topic of subject matter, who ducking who, this guy, the usual suspects. It is what it is, that's what's so beautiful about the sport of boxing. Everybody gets to have their opinion. One guy who you don't like, you can say all the bad shit about him, no problem. Another guy who you don't like, you can say all the bad shit about him, no problem. One guy has a bunch of supporters, cool. Another guy had a bunch of supporters, cool. And somewhere in the middle, there's never a compromise. And somewhere in the middle, as it relates to these reported sources say stories, until they have been confirmed, people jump out the window over stuff that they hear and they grasp what fits their narrative about how they feel about a particular fighter. That's what I see going on. But we're gonna pull them out today. Shout out to Big Ronald Finkley for dropping that half a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy!
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Big Ron say, shout out to Jamal Sucker Ducker Charlo. Oh man, my man, listen, man. What we gonna do is we gonna put some respect. We're gonna put some respect on Jermall Charlo's name, though.
I'm sorry?
160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
We're going to put some respect on his name. You know what I mean? We'll see Canelo come down to 160 now. We're going to put some respect on Canelo's name, too. We're going to put respect on both of them names. And we just gonna chop it up a little bit. Okay? We're going to see what's what. Let's go ahead and do this, man. You know how we do it. Hold on. What the hell? I done did this already. Now they're saying do something else. Hold on, guys. What the hell is this? Hold on, guys. I got some other shit. Something going on with the code on my phone. He said, yeah. All right. Yeah, something is going on with the code on my phone or something, man. This is some crazy shit. Let me see, can I refresh this? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I don't been there, done that already. All right, cool. All right, everything cool. All right, let's get into it. Let's do this, man. You know how we do OJ Juman style. Shout out to my main man Cassidy. Salute to Tony Boswell. Shout out to Troy Graham. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're old to the channel, hit the like button as well if you forgot. Shout out to AV Sounds. Shout out to George H. Salute to Alice Corona. Shout out to Kathy W. Salute to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82. Salute to Dragon Leg. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Matador. Shout out to CB3. Shout out to Miguel. What's going on? Miguel Charico. What's happening, bro? Shout out to the Queen, Kama Serene. Shout out to Juan Corrillo. Shout out to Arnold. Arnold, what's going on, fam? Salute to my brother Major Key Boxing. What's happening, fam? Shout out to Jay Miller. What's going on? Shout out to Will Sargentson. Salute to here to there. Shout out to True Gritter. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Malcolm Roach. Salute to Hair Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. What's happening, bro? Shout out to Folobon. Shout out to Philo 58. Salute to Ralph Reacts. Shout out to my brother Ron Boy Fresh. What's up, Slim? Shout out to Dante Starnes. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Big Ronald Finkley who gave the super chat. Shout out to Charles N. Salute the chick. What's going on, chick from LA? What's going on, bro? Shout out to Hector Garcia. Salute to my main man, Damian Bennett from B-More. Shout out to Lonnie Laughlin. Salute to the Queen of Green Eyes P. Shout out to my brother Charlo. What's happening, fam? Shout out to Ahmed with the Lick Reed. Shout out to Jock Guadatama. Salute to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Salute to Jason Dockery. Salute to the Queen Fistiana Fights. Shout out to the Queen Misfit. Salute to my brother Retro Boxing and Documentaries. Shout out to Schoolo X-Man. What's happening? Shout out to my main man Mark Nash. Salute to Rider of the Storm. Shout out to Carl Hansen. Salute to my brother Philip Fly. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Salute to the Queen Bless 365. Shout out to Ace Sneed. What's happening? Salute to Paul Evans. Shout out to Mr. Pads. Salute to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bales. Shout out to my main man James Brown. Salute to Punch Perfect Boxing. And shout out to my brother from Detroit, Smith and West. Let's get into this. Salute to Ava and shout out to Deborah Booker as well. Let's get into this, man. This shit all over the place. All over the place. I see it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. I got to open up the phone lines for this one. And we forgot to do it yesterday. But I have to open up the phone lines for this one, boy. I'm hearing a whole lot of shit, man. Let me see, can I pull this stuff up, bro? But it's all over the place, bro. But it's all over the place with this one, boy. This particular topic here is all over the place. Boy, I'm telling you, but it's going to bring out some emotions. Oh, it's going to bring out some emotions. Some people are going to tell you how they really feel. What's really going on? Let's see. I want to make sure. Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. Hold on, guys. I'm tripping hard. Where is this here? Okay, Canelo. All right. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go. See what we got going on right here. I want to make sure. Not sure. I want to make sure, man, we got it. You know, we got it doing what it's supposed to do over here. I'm looking over here because I got to pull up a receipt. It's one receipt I got to pull up. Because, boy, I've been getting a whole lot of, oh, you know what? I'm tripping. Damn, I'm tripping. Hold on. I could just go here. Then go there. And then up under there, that's where it'll be. Boy, I got 69 comments on this here. Oh, bro, we well, I got six. You know, I've been me and the brother Jay Miller been going back and forth on this particular subject matter. We've been going back and forth on this particular subject matter. He feels that Jermall Charlo, Canelo Alvarez is ducking Jermall Charlo. I think that's how he feels. He's saying that he feels that, $100 million, Canelo's turning down $100 million because he's afraid of Jermall Charlo. Pretty much that's what he's saying. That's the synopsis of it. And there's more on here from other people. Wow. He fought Floyd Mayweather at 23 years old, one of the greatest fighters of all time, but he's afraid to fight Jermall Charlo when he has two offers on the table. Nothing has been confirmed or substantiated, and people jump out the window and say he turned it down, this and that, because they listen to their favorite YouTube channel, or what Mike Coppinger said when Mike Coppinger basically retracted the tweet and deleted it. So what I want to do, I want to hold both fighters, all fighters involved, to the same standard. Let's hold all fighters involved to the same standard, because ducking, to my understanding of what ducking is when you avoid a tough fight to take the easy route. Let's say you had an opportunity, you King Kong, you had an opportunity to fight Godzilla, or you had an opportunity to fight someone else, in another that's deemed to be a tougher fight, and you chose to fight a D-class fighter. As Mr. T would say.
But this bum been taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
So they say Canelo has been taking easy matches, fighting bums. Okay. He's been fighting these Euro bums. He's been fighting bums. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's look at it. Let's see. Might be some validity to it. The only problem is when you bring that up, then we got to look at the guys who you say that he's ducking. We got to look at who they've been fighting. And that's what we're going to do today. It got to make sense. It got to make sense to me. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. We got to look at who they've been fighting. That's all I'm saying. So now I'm going to show y'all it's been all over the place with this. This has been all over the place. Now let's go straight to what the people say. This shit ain't even been up 24 hours. Let's see what the people say. Right? We don't want no excuses today. We want to deal with some uncomfortable truths. We have to open up the phone lines for this topic. We have to. We have to open up the phone lines for this topic. Let me go ahead and share. Let me go ahead and share. Hold on. Let me go ahead and share. Because I already know this shit. I already know what it's going at. I already know what it's going at today. All right. I dropped this today. If Canelo is ducking Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, then who is Charlo and Benavidez ducking? That's a pretty good question, right? I think that's a pretty good question. I think that's a good question, right? If Canelo Alvarez is ducking Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, sources say he's ducking them. They say he's afraid of Jermall Charlo. He's been running from him, right? That's what they say. And he's ducking David Benavidez. Okay, that's fine. All right. So my question is, are there any fighters that Jermall Charlo or David Benavidez might be ducking? Have there ever been any suspicious moves that they might have done where you can interpret that as ducking? I'm just asking, just asking, right? So he's ducking these two guys. Okay, let's continue. According to the narrative, let's continue. So this is what I say. I go down here. This brother right here says Bivol is the hardest fight out of the four names. Can't be a duck. So some people feel like, well, damn, if he decided to fight Dimitri Bivol next, a guy who has a championship belt in a bigger weight class, that can't be a duck because he's fighting tougher competition. Those who hate Canelo say that, oh man, Dimitri Bivol ain't no goddamn body. He don't bring nothing to the table. Well, he is a champion. He's an undefeated champion. And if I look at what Canelo has been doing last year, he fought two undefeated champions and took their belt. So I'm just, okay. So if he fights another undefeated champion in the light heavyweight division, that's ducking a middleweight in Jermall Charlo that's at middleweight that, that doesn't have a belt at super middleweight, but he's ducking that middleweight and he's ducking the super middleweight and David Benavidez. Okay. All right. I'm just trying to make sure I understand it. I'm trying to make sure I understand it. That's all. Shout out to Donald Banks for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said the answer is Demetrius Andrade. Oh yeah, listen, when we're gonna look at everything. We're gonna look at everything today. We're gonna look at everything. We're gonna look at everything. Okay? We're gonna look at everything. Because hey man, some people feel some type of way about it, and that's fine. So let's continue. This brother here says, absolutely not. Bivol fought top-ranked contenders and earned his title. David and Charlo haven't fought nobody noteworthy to date. And not to mention, Charlo dug David Benavidez. He dug David, nor do they have any title, while Bivol is more skilled, bigger, and he has a belt. Okay, so this guy here is saying, hey, listen, Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez don't even have a belt. So how can he, if he chooses to fight Dimitri Bivol, how is that ducking choosing to fight a bigger, stronger champion in another weight division that's undefeated? How is that ducking? So that's what he's saying, right? Let's continue. See what the brother right here is saying. There's always replies to this. Xavier Gomez says Bivol will get stopped, and he's not known in the States. That fight won't even be pay-per-view. Boxing needs big super fights like Canelo versus Benavidez would sell out. So would Charlo. Fight both are Americans. My question to my brother Xavier Gomez is this. Would it be a big fight if Charlo and Benavidez fight each other? Would it be a big fight if Charlo, who is a PBC fighter, and David Benavidez fight each other? Just asking. I'm just asking. Would that be a big fight? So what I'm seeing is some people are saying that, hey, Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, they don't have to fight each other. They can continue to do what they've been doing. That's fine. And this other fighter, if he doesn't choose these guys, it's going to be because he's afraid and he's scared and he want to take the easy route. Some people feel that way. Some people feel like the other way with DAZN, with Bivol and Triple G is the harder route. Some people feel like that's the harder route. Who knows? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. The phone lines will be open. We gotta open up the phone line. I probably should drop. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna drop the link today. Fuck it. I'm gonna drop the link today. Something telling me to drop the link. That's what we're gonna do. Aztec Heart, he said, sell out. He said, Canelo can fight a guy. I'm the Chuck E. Cheese outfit and sell out an arena, while these two couldn't sell out a backyard barbecue. That's why they won't fight each other, so they don't lose out on the sweepstakes. Now, this guy right here, Aztec Heart, he replies back to Xavier Gomez. He's saying sell out. He said Canelo can fight a guy like I'm Chuck E. Cheese outfit and sell out an arena. So he's saying that, hey, listen, Canelo can fight anybody and sell out an arena. It won't be based on whether it's Jermall Charlo or David Benavidez. This is what Aztec Heart is saying, right? This is what he is saying. And he's saying that, Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, two PBC fighters with Al Haymon, they couldn't sell out a backyard barbecue. That's why they won't fight each other. Wow. Yeah, they won't fight each other. I think Jermall Charlo said David Benavidez has to be 25. I think he's 25 now. And he said that he needs to take the COVID shot. I think that's what he said, right? Okay, so now let's continue. I wanna, he said, I can't wait to hear the phone. Yeah, the phone lines gotta be lit. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We gotta get them likes up to over 100. We gotta get them over 100. I wanna drop the phone lines. Fuck it. We're gonna do it early. We're not even gonna play with it. So here you go. Xavier Gomez replies back, not sell out in an hour through Canelo versus Benavidez would have a huge line in the opening hour. Okay, so they're going back and forth over who would sell out what and whatever the case may be. Xavier says Benavidez is in negotiations to fight Andrade. So stop the bullshit. I don't know how true that is. He's also fighting David Lemieux. They are ranked number 1 and number 2 by the WBC. Boxing needs super fights. Canelo versus Plant and Saunders didn't do anywhere near 1 million pay-per-view buys. He said didn't do anywhere near 1 million pay-per-view buys. Okay, sir. Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo. I don't think that fight was pay-per-view. I think that was on DAZN. I think that fight was on DAZN, sir. So that's why I didn't do 1 million pay-per-view buys. And the Canelo versus Plant, they did 800,000. There's no one in the PBC doing that right now at the moment. I think Wilder and Fury did over 800,000 in their second fight. But outside of that, Canelo and Plant did that. So that was more closer to 1 million versus not 1 million. Okay, but I guess I get what he's trying to say. So he says, we can't have Jake Paul outselling Canelo. Well, Jake Paul last fight didn't. Jake Paul is outselling everybody at the PBC, sir, to be honest with you. If you're talking about Jake Paul outselling Canelo, Jake Paul is outselling Jermall Charlo. Okay, he's outselling everybody at the PBC that I know of. So, his last fight did flop, though, to be fair. This guy say everyone with their posts. To be fair, Benavidez seems to actually want to fight the other guys. We'll see if he lives up to it. Okay. This guy right here says, according to the Canelo haters I've argued with, you can ask Charlo and Benavidez to fight each other because they don't proclaim themselves to be the face of boxing. So apparently it's okay for them to fight bum after bum. I thought that they all competed at the same sport in the same level, but I guess not. Now, this is very interesting. This is what I want to show you guys. This is very interesting. This guy right here says, according to the Canelo haters that he's argued with, he shared this with me, you cannot ask Jermall Charlo and Benavidez to fight each other because they do not proclaim themselves to be the face of boxing. So according to him, according to the haters that he said he's spoken with, because Jermall Charlo is not the face, doesn't proclaim himself to be the face of boxing, him and David Benavidez, there's no need for them to fight each other. They can just continue fighting C-class fight after C. This is what this guy said. Well, he didn't say C-class fight. He said,
but this bomb is taking the easy matches. Fighting other bombs.
He said Benavidez to fight each other because they don't proclaim themselves to be as the face of boxing. So apparently it's okay for them to fight bum after bum. This is what this guy said.
But this bomb is taking the easy matches. Fighting other bombs.
I thought they all competed at the same sport, at the same level, but I guess not. He makes a valid point. Okay, all right. Me and Jay Miller was going back and forth. You know, he's talking about the validity of the 100 million, and he's saying that Canelo was offered 100 million, and he's pretty much turned it down. And I guess he's saying that means he's ducking. And I broke down to him. I said that sir, this came from a Mike Coppinger report, and you know, Canelo Alvarez refuted that, and he's saying that basically he don't believe that he believes that Canelo is lying and he's ducking. That's basically what he was summarizing. You see what I'm saying? For the most part. Let's see. Well, but this is one guy I wanted to show you. This guy here was hilarious. Where is this guy at? Where this is this one guy? Here we go. Here go. Here go my brother, Rich Bummy. Now, Rich, y'all look at Rich Bummy. Here you go. I want y'all to look at this guy. This guy is hilarious. You gotta look at this guy. He say, so Canelo goes to attempt to unify 175 with harder punches, and Benavidez and Charlo and Andrade do what there is not even a legacy fight there because they're all on the same level. Pumps. Well, you know, Pumps, they say Pumps must fight. Yeah, Andrade moved up. He moved up. Yeah, he said, fuck it. He couldn't get nobody to fight him in the He couldn't get nobody to fight him in the middleweight division. He just moved up. Fuck it. He just moved up. You know what I mean? He just moved up. Rich Bummy, what's going on? He say that's me. Yes, sir. This. I'm glad you're here. This is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Rich Bummy, this is funny. Rich Bummy he say they're not ducking, they chasing. He said there's a difference. He say they're openly trying to fight the best competition at their size, which is Canelo, right? Well, Canelo is super middleweight. Jermall Charlo is middleweight. And David Benavidez is super middleweight. That is true. So he say, meanwhile, Canelo hopping around fighting bums.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
He say, what happened to all that bravado? Canelo, one of the few people that can choose who he fights and choose this slow Euro trash in tomato cans. Rich. I got there, Rich boy. Rich snap, boy. Rich snap. Rich went off. Hey, you know the channel. Let me open up these phone lines, man. Hey, man, we got over 100 lines. Let me drop the phone lines. Hey, let me. I'm over on the phone line. Hold on. Rich going off. Hey, Rich. Boy, you a motherfucker, boy. You in something else, boy. Hey, Rich, boy, you. Rich say, okay, let's analyze this. Let's break this down. Let's break this down. Now, let's look at this now. According to our brother Rich Bummy. Rich Bummy says that Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez are not ducking. They're chasing, okay? He said there's a difference between ducking and chasing. That's what he's saying. He said that Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, they're openly trying to fight the best competition at their size, which is Canelo. Meanwhile, Canelo is hopping around different weight divisions fighting bums.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
What happened to all of that bravado? I got there, Rich. But Rich ain't having it, boy. He said Canelo one of the few people that can choose who he fights, and he choose to slow Euro trash and tomato cans. All right, okay. Let's wait right there. Now, sources say that Jermall Charlo and the people and the boards at the PBC are their own bosses. That's what I ain't gonna even say sources say. This is what Jermall Charlo and them have said. This is what Errol Spence and those PBC fighters have said. They said that we are our own boss. We got our own promotion companies. We can choose. We can fight who we want to fight. Yada yada. That's what they say. And I have the receipts on that. What they're saying out of their mouths, right? But I get what you're saying. They can't choose to fight who they want to fight. Okay, fine. We're gonna run with that. This brother right here, Elijah says, I can't agree with you anymore. Well said. ABE said, you keep that same energy with everyone, or is it just for Canelo? He said, everyone name him. he said, you defend everyone ducking or only Canelo? They're going at it now. It don't got heated. ABE said, I just can't understand your thinking. How can you be ducking when you're undisputed? Who did Canelo duck? So Rich Bummy said, what's the sense of being undisputed if you don't defend your titles against the best competition? That is also, by the way, he said, that is also, by the way, calling you out. Charlo, Andrade, and Benavidez. Oh, boy, Rich Bubba ain't having it. Rich Bubba ain't having it. But I will say this. The only problem with this is there's two ways to argue this. There's two sides of this coin. We're going to flip it on the other side in a minute. And he might not like it, but we're going to flip it on the other side in a minute. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that same standard to Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez. And we're going to see will they change it. And I think they will, because this was what they do. Shout out to Donald Banks for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Let me say, Canelo, the only fighter who fights his way out of a brown paper bag and asks for $35 million up front for fighting paper bags and tomato cans. This is getting very, very muy interesante. Muy interesante. Ya tú sabes eso. You know what I mean? Ah, boy, this is getting very, very interesting. Let's go. So Rich Bummy's not having it, right? So this brother here, the Martin, says, a lot of these bums were undefeated world champions. If beating them was so easy, it would make sense for Charlo and Benavidez, who are 4 through 7, I guess to say 4 inches to 7 inches taller than Canelo, to fight these opponents and beat them in more impressive fashion, similar to what Manny did when he couldn't make the Floyd fight. So basically what this brother is saying is this. These guys who you say were bums was world champions, and if it was so easy, how come David Benavidez didn't fight these guys? How come Caleb Plant didn't fight these guys? And Jermall Charlo, who has he fought since he been in the middleweight division? We're going to look at that and see. So Rich Bummy says that Charlo and Benavidez don't get to choose who they fight. Okay, so his argument is the reason why they can't fight each other, the reason why they can't fight Caleb Plant, and this is the thing that gets me. They can't fight each other. They can't fight. So the argument I have is how PBC fighters can't fight PBC fighters. I don't understand that. Errol Spence fights nothing but PBC fighters. Tank Davis fights nothing but PBC and Mayweather Promotions fighter. So how come they're able to do it, but Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez are not able to fight each other? That doesn't make sense to me, but I only have a GED. I'm not the brightest light bulb in the ceiling. So this guy said the WBC is catering to them and giving them fake belts and title shots in different divisions. Okay, the WBC is catering to who? I don't understand what he mean by that. The brother also said, and Manny still had to wait 10 years for the Floyd fight. And if he agreed to drug testing, he would have had to fight earlier. Okay. ABE said, why does Canelo have to do what you want? Canelo fighting Bivol is greater for his legacy. Plus, Bivol has a belt. What are you talking about? Okay, but it's getting heated. Anyways, Canelo can't make everyone happy. Just keep that same energy with other boxers really fighting tin cans. Oh, bro. This brother here say Charlo is ducking anybody with their belt. And Benavidez can only fight Canelo or go up in weight because Canelo cleaned out the division for him. You know what I mean? So this brother right here, Rich Bummy, one more again. Let's hear what Rich Bummy one more time. Rich Bummy say in 60 fights, Canelo has fought Floyd, Lara, and Triple G twice. Everybody else was way bigger than Amir Khan, or they were way past their prime. Cotto and Mosley. Stop coddling his, PUSSY. Forget Charlo and Benavidez. I ain't gotta read no more. Hey, Rich Buddy snapping. Rich Buddy, you in the chat, man. You snapping on. Rich Buddy snapping. Okay, all right. He got. Does he have the point? Let me drop the phone line. Phone lines is open. Rich Buddy snapping. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I normally open up the likes at 200. If you want me to drop the link to the panel, we need over 200 likes. We need over 200 likes for me to drop the link to the panel. So in the panel, because I want to talk about this. You know, we normally don't open up the phone lines this early, but they open right now. This is Rich Buddy snapping, boy. I got that Rich Buddy say, boy. He said the nigga ducking, he running, he fighting bulls. Oh, Rich Buddy, boy, we gonna break this down though. Rich Buddy, we gonna break this down in a minute, my brother. Rich Buddy, we gonna break this down. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hold on, my brother. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Roach from Houston.
All right, sorry about that. My main man Roach from Houston. Sorry about that, Roach. It was some technical difficulties. Roach, my brother, what's going on, fam? Talk to me, man. What you how you feel? How you feel about this subject, man? How you feel about this subject?
All right.
Give me your perspective.
I actually want to address a couple things.
Yes,
the first thing I wanted to address was just real quick from yesterday from your show.
Yes, sir.
I definitely think that Kell Brooks and Keith Thurman is a great matchup to make.
Me too.
All right. The second thing I wanted to address from yesterday was it was a female in the comments yesterday named Kelly W. Now I'm all for, I don't play the race card for victimizing and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I think she said she's like a white lady from UK or something. Hey man, you gotta watch saying nigger. Like she type nigger, and I ain't gonna lie. If I would have been in person with her, she would have got. Anyway, hey, don't be doing that shit. I just wanted to go ahead.
I don't.
Now
I
we
don't
got
know
that out the way.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good. Shout out to Smith and West. You know what I'm saying? He was in the comments too. Shout out to that boy.
Mm.
But anyway, let's get to what you talk about now. I used to be on that Canelo duck train as well, but we just gotta evaluate the facts, man. Like, is Canelo selectively picking his fights? Most definitely. Is he fighting some Euro bums? Yeah. I mean, he's not. I wouldn't say bums, but he's not fighting the best competition.
But those guys were champions and undefeated.
They were champions, exactly.
And nobody,
they were definitely champions.
And nobody from the other promotional companies who had champions, they didn't fight those guys. So, that would be my argument to that. Hey, okay, if you feel like they're bums, that's subjective to you. But Caleb Plant was in that division, and he didn't fight Billy Joe Saunders. He wouldn't fight Callum Smith. He wouldn't fight any of those other guys who had belts. He wouldn't even fight David Benavidez. So if he won't fight him, refuse to fight him, someone else moves up in weight to fight those guys and beat them. Not, it just, you get what I'm saying? I agree
100%.
But go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, I was just saying, I agree with what you're saying 100%. That's why I couldn't call them bums. I could say, are they not the best of competition? Okay, we can go with that. But you can't call them bums. These dudes got titles, and we're not talking about no Trevor Bryan belts either. Or we ain't talking about, no French fries belts either.
Let me talk about the dog Trevor Bryan.
Hey, man, I'm sorry. Hey, my bad. I took the piss off the hill.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I ain't the pistol, bro. My bad. That was the hip shot. My bad. But
yeah.
He beat legit title holders for legit titles. You know what I'm saying? Like, that undisputed, bro, that is a feather in his cap, that you cannot deny. When we look back 20, 25 years from now, Canelo Alvarez unified the undisputed 168 championship. Can't take that away from him. And then you can't say he ducking Charlo going to fight a monster like Bivol. I can understand if you could probably say that. You could definitely say that if he was going to fight Makabu.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Makabu trash. Yeah, he trash. We saw his last fight.
You can't say that about Bivol, bro. Yeah. But you can't say that about Bivol. And then you know what I'm saying?
They saying that about Bivol. I mean, they're saying, when I say they, I'm saying the people who feel some type of way. They're saying Bivol is trash, and I don't know why they saying that. Is it because if he doesn't choose their fighter that they want him to fight, they're saying he's trash, and they're saying that right now. They're saying that right now.
Right.
But go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just popular belief. A lot of people are not really watching boxing. They watch ESPN. They read articles from Mike Coppinger. You know what I'm saying? They read the articles that come up on Google searches from the Bible of boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking there's more of the people that say it. But again, I'm from Houston. The Charlo twins are my boys, man. But like, bro, we cannot sit here and say Canelo Alvarez is ducking and Jermall Charlo moves the way he moves. I'm gonna go ahead and free up this phone line for you. Appreciate you taking my call. Get them likes up, people.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my brother Roach, man. Calling in, man. Calling in from Houston, man. Hey, hold on, man. I don't know why Roach was talking. I was pulling up something. Hold on. Oh, you know what? Okay, Saul. Okay. Yeah, I'm pulling up Box Rec right now as we speak. You know what I mean? Because I'm pulling up Box Rec right now as we speak. Okay. Pulling up Box Rec right now as we speak. Okay. So, and hold on, let me pull up another one then. Shit, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. I want to get over the 200 likes because I want some people to come on this panel. Boy, this shit right here, bro, has been causing some crazy stuff. Like, again, the question is this, guys. If you feel that Canelo Alvarez is ducking Charlo and Benavidez, who is Charlo and Benavidez ducking? And some people may feel like, well, they ain't ducking nobody. Charlo's been fighting the best competition since he's been in the middleweight division. Okay, we're going to see. I'm pulling it up right now. And I want to see. As a matter of fact, I want to see this. You see what I'm saying? I want to see this. You know, Canelo's fought Euro bombs. Okay, listen, I ain't trying to convince nobody of anything. You know, I'm trying to make it make sense to me. Hold on. Let's see. That Jamal. That's Saul. Let's go. I'm trying to make it make sense to me. And let's see. David Benavidez. I can pull him up too. Hell, you know what? I'm gonna even pull up. We can even pull up what the dude named Dimitri Bivol. Let's pull up Dimitri Bivol while we at it. The hell with it. Let's pull up Dimitri Bivol while we at it. Shit, you know what I mean? Hold on. Pulling them up right now too. Fuck it. We ain't got to pull up Triple G. We ain't got to really pull up Triple G. We already know pretty much. I should pull him up too. We're going to pull all four of these guys up. The hell with it. We're going to pull all four of them up. Dimitri Bivol right there. Let's go. Let's see what's up. He said Andrade. Well, Andrade moved up to super middleweight. He's going to fight for the WBO title eliminator, something like that. No, he's going to fight for the intern championship, WBO intern championship. So that's what he's doing. He moved up. He's not even in the middleweight division no more. Shout out to Hawk, man. Hawk from Maryland. Salute to the queen. All that. I gave all the ladies a shout out up top. Let's see. He said, let's not forget Jamal Charlo's career-defining fight with Brandon Adams. Hey, I'm just, bruh. Let's pull it up. Okay, let's pull it up. We got to do this. We got to do this. Okay, now, let's say I agree. This is for argument's sake. Phone lines is open. Let's say I agree that Canelo Alvarez hasn't been fighting anybody. He's been ducking and dodging. He's been shucking and jiving. He's been fighting Euro bombs and all these undefeated fighters he's been beating that were champions that nobody else would fight. You know, he ain't really did nothing. And these fighters who he's ducking has been doing some killer gangster hellacious shit since they've been in boxing, right? Let's say I was to believe that. Now, in order for me now, once I believe that, now I got to do what? I got to prove it. So let's go to proof. Let's go look at some proof here, guys. Let's look at some proof here. Easy, what you say, fam? You said Trevor Bryan top 6 U.S. heavyweight on box rec. If you edited the filter. Oh man, goddamn. Phone lines is open, man. Phone lines is open. So I want to bring this up. Aztec Heart said that bro, he went 12 rounds with the bomb Montiel, got touched up.
But this bomb is taking the easy match.
Oh.
Fight another bomb.
Hey man, why y'all call one Montiel a bomb, man? Why y'all been on him like that, man? Man, don't nobody want to give one Montiel no respect. Hold on, man. We got another call calling in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, what's going on, man? My name is Brian. I'm calling from New York.
Brian from New York. What the link read, fam? What you want to talk about as it relates to the subject matter?
Well,
I need to turn the volume down in the background
right now.
You gotta turn the volume down.
Yeah. I'm watching it right now, and I realize how people keep saying that Canelo's ducking and Benavidez and Charlo been doing all these. But like, let's point this out, man. They always talk about Abney Children, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's always a discussion. Oh, Canelo fought a bum. Abney Children was a bum. Abney Children is the guy that Benavidez was supposed to fight.
Okay.
If Benavidez would have fought that guy, right? It would have been fine. It would have been like, wow, Benavidez is a monster. He knocked this guy out. Everything. Everybody will love him. But once Canelo did it, man, everybody's like, oh, Abney was a bum.
Mm-hmm.
He's just fighting Euro bums, these things and all that. Now we're going back to like Caleb Plant.
Mm-hmm.
Before he fought Caleb Plant.
Okay.
All this is on YouTube. Everybody in the new media was talking about how good Caleb Plant was.
That's true.
How Canelo didn't stand a chance.
That's true. Leonard Ellaby said that Caleb Plant's style was all wrong for Canelo. You got a couple guys from the LGBC, one in particular, Officer Drew Titan. He said that Caleb Plant was really black. He's not a white boy. He's really black, and we have accepted Caleb Plant as one of our black brothers and stuff like that. They were saying all of this shit about Caleb Plant prior to Canelo stopping him. That's what they were saying. This is true. I have the videos where they said it. And then afterwards, we don't hear nothing from Caleb Plant anymore. And now it's back to the same old criticism. But they have a right. They have a right.
Now, after he beat Caleb, now he's a bum. But there's also videos though about Billy Joe Saunders though. There was a couple black fighters. We can, like, for example, what's this guy? AD. You know who I'm talking about.
Adrian Broner.
He was saying, Adrian Broner. He should not fight Billy Joe Saunders because it was all wrong for him. Stay away from that white boy. I recall that. It's still on video. It's up on YouTube. What happened when Canelo went up there and beat him? Well, Billy was a bum. He never fought anybody. He only fought Lemieux.
Yeah. I mean,
it's always the thing.
I mean, my thing is, I'm getting both sides of the argument. You don't like him? He ain't fought nobody. There's nothing that he can do to make you happy. I understand that. My only problem is if you're being honest and objective, if you can feel the way you want to feel about Canelo, that's fine. No problem with that. You feel like he's a drug cheat. He doesn't really not that good. He's not fighting anybody. If you feel that way, okay, that's fine. But you're gonna have to explain to me this. You're gonna have to explain to me when I go here. This guy has been in the middleweight division, as I said before, guys, for like 5 years now. And his biggest fight that he's had since he's been in boxing, I think it was J. Rock Williams and maybe Austin Trout. That was at 154. I would say probably J. Rock. That's probably been his biggest fight thus far at junior middleweight. In middleweight, he's fight Jorge Sebastian. That's fine. No one said anything about that. In 2017, he fought, a year later, he fought Hugo Centeno Jr. No one said anything about that. He TKO'd one guy and KO'd the other guy. In 2018, again, he fought Matvey Korobov. He went 12 rounds with that guy. Some people say he lost that fight. He got the benefit of the doubt because he was fighting in Houston. Then he went 12 rounds with Brandon Adams. You know, that guy, went 12 rounds with this guy. And then he fought the infamous Dennis Hogan. He stopped him in 2019. Then he fought Sergey Derevyanchenko, a guy who has 13 wins and 4 losses. And then he fought Juan Montiel, went 12 rounds with him. So if what you're telling me about Canelo, he's fighting Euro bums and he's doing it the easy way, what do you call Juan Montiel, Sergey Derevyanchenko, Dennis Hogan, Brandon Adams, Korobov, Hugo Centeno, and Sebastian Hyland in the 5 years he's been a middleweight? Make it make sense to me.
Now, let's not forget that Juan Montiel was knocked out by Haymon, a 160-pounder. That happened.
I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. I'm trying to understand. Okay, I want to get on the Canelo ducking. He's scared of Jermall Charlo. He ain't fought nobody train. I want to jump on that train. All right, let's say I want to jump on that train. But when I try to jump on the train, I look back at the guys who you say that he's running from. He's turning down hundreds of millions of dollars because he's scared to fight these guys. And when I look at this guy, that's a 160-pounder, this is what I see. I see Jorge Sebastian Hyland, Hugo Centeno Jr., Matt Korobov, Brandon Adams, Dennis Hogan, Sergey Derevyanchenko, and Juan Montiel. This is what I see. And guess how many of these guys were champions? Guess how many of these fights were unification fights? I can give you a hint. 0. So let's continue. Let's go over here. I want to go over here. When I go look at, that's David Benavidez. Let's look at Mr. David Benavidez. I like David Benavidez. He's a good guy. Really like him. David Benavidez is the 2-time super middleweight champion. David Benavidez is the 2-time super middleweight champion. The only reason why he is the super middleweight champion 2 times is because he lost his belt twice. He's never lost in the ring, though. David Benavidez never lost in the ring. He's a Mexican-American, right? So let's go here. David Benavidez, let's see. He's been super middleweight since the beginning, right? David Benavidez, he's been trying to get fights. He's fought this guy, Ronald Gavril, twice. Split decision, 1 unanimous decision. He did fight Jalen Love. I remember we knocked Jalen Love out. I seen that fight. I seen that fight. I was like, man, Floyd trying to get this man killed. Jalen Love ain't had no business in the ring with David Benavidez. Then he fought Anthony Durrell, 9th round KO. That was a good fight. Then he fought Angulo. Okay, that was a good fight. He fought Ronald Ellis, and then he fought Kyron Davis. Kyron Davis, small guy. I think he took this fight on like a few weeks' notice or a month notice, something like that. Because I think the guy that David Benavidez was originally in the process of fighting, I think that he pulled out of the fight. Now, David Benavidez has not been able to get any fights with the other champions. As a matter of fact, when David Benavidez was the WBC champion, he has a fellow stablemate that fights with the PBC with him by the name of Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant refused to fight David Benavidez. Same side of the street. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. And I'm going somewhere with this. So this guy refused, he couldn't get a fight with any of his stablemates. Jermall Charlo was rumored to be moving up for years, right? We're going to move up, we're going to move up, we're going to move up. There's only one problem. There's been one problem that's been there, and his name has been David Benavidez. Jermall Charlo said that, he ain't got no problem fighting David Benavidez, but he gotta be 25, take a COVID test. Baby mama got to be pregnant in 8 months. There's a whole lot of shit, right? A whole lot of stuff, right? So these two guys, same side of the street, have not been able to fight each other. David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo. When I look at these dudes' resumes, and you're telling me that, okay, this guy is so afraid that he turned down $100 million because he was afraid to fight a guy who went life and death with Juan Montiel. He went life and death with Sergey Derevyanchenko. He knocked out Dennis Hogan. Sounds like a damn Subway sandwich. Let me get that number. Let me get that Dennis Hogan right there. Put a little bit of jalapenos on there, some pickles and stuff like that. Yeah, let me get that honey mustard. Put that Dennis Hogan. That sounds like a goddamn sandwich. He fought Brandon Adams. Unanimous decision. Went life and death with him. He fought Korobov. Went life and death with him, right? Hugo said, so this like, okay, he turned down $100 million because he's afraid of this guy. And then I said, okay, well, who did he turn him down for? This sources say. Who did he turn down? So he haven't fought any of these guys. He's been fighting Eurobumps. When I go over here, okay, fought Sergey Derevyanchenko. They say that wasn't nobody. Derevyanchenko was old and over the hill, but he was a champion. I get it. He fought Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs was the IBF champion at the time, right? Fought Daniel Jacobs, and he fought him at 160. He fought him at 160. In 2019, who's the champion at 160, guys? Just asking. He fought this guy at 160. Daniel Jacobs was the champion. So I'm like, okay, he fought that dude the champion. Not a lot of people didn't like the Rocky Fielding fight. I understand that. I get it. Rocky Fielding, I think Rocky Fielding was a champion, if I'm not mistaken. He fought Triple G twice. Triple G was the champion. Let's see. So we're gonna go right here. Of course, he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That was, I don't know what the hell that was. That was part of a legacy. Just to say he had him on his name. Julio Cesar Chavez, whatever. But he fought Gennady Golovkin. That's one champion he fought. I think Rocky Fielding had a belt as well. Daniel Jacobs had a belt. Moved up, fought Sergey Derevyanchenko. He's fought a champion there. He fought Callum Smith at 168, took his belt, undefeated champion. He fought Adney Yildirim. This was a mandatory. No one liked that fight at all. But this was the guy who was supposed to fight David Benavidez. They didn't fight. And then he fought Billy Joe Saunders, undefeated champion. Caleb Plant didn't want to fight him. None of the other guys who had belts at that time didn't want to fight him. So he took this guy belt. And then Caleb Plant here, who Jermall Charlo can't get a fight with. And what the dude named David Benavidez been begging to fight Caleb Plant. He couldn't get a fight with Caleb Plant to save his life. He's been fighting undefeated champion. Yildirim, mandatory, I'll give you that one. Callum Smith, undefeated champion. Sergey Derevyanchenko, Sergey Kovalev, he was I'm not gonna lie, he was in a war about 3 months prior, 2.5 months prior. So I kind of think that Canelo took advantage of this situation right here. This guy did not really have time to heal from the brutal war that he was in. And that's as all out as honest as I can possibly give it. But at the end of the day, Sergey Kovalev did not have to take that fight. He could have turned it down. No one made him take it. Daniel Jacobs was the champion at 160. And I'm like, okay, damn. So when I go back over here, I'm like, okay, this dude is a champion at 160. He didn't fight Daniel Jacobs. He didn't fight Andrade. Canelo didn't fight Andrade neither. Let's see. He didn't fight Daniel Jacobs. He didn't fight Andrade. He didn't fight Triple G. He didn't fight Murata. As a matter of fact, he has fought 0 champions in the 5 years he's been in this weight division. So I'm like, okay. If this guy has fought 0 champions since he's been in the middleweight division, sorry, I meant to say middleweight division, has he been ducking other champions in that division? Has he been ducking Demetrius Andrade? He was the WBO champion before he moved up, right? Has he been ducking Murata from Japan? Said he wanted to fight Triple G right here, right? He said he wanted to fight Triple G. That fight didn't happen. I haven't heard anything about Al Haymon or Lions Only Promotions making offers to Triple G to fight him and stuff like that. I've been hearing talk, but I haven't heard anything that says that they try to make these fight happen. As far as I'm concerned, the PBC model is they only fight in-house fights. You can look at their fighters and look at their fighters' last 5, 6, or 7 fights. They're all going to be pretty much in-house fights. And that's fine. Other promotional companies do that as well. I get what you're saying as it relates to that. But I'm just saying, I don't get it, dog. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's ducking a guy who has fought 0 champions, while at the same time, he's fighting champions. You want me to believe that the boy from Mexico, Canelo Alvarez, is ducking Jermall Charlo, David Benavidez. He has 2 offers on the table, according to sources. And according to sources, that was just retracted, deleted from Mike Coppinger's. According to sources, Al Haymon offered him $1 million to fight a middleweight. And if he moves up to super middleweight, he won't have any belts. A middleweight who has fought 0 champions since he's been in the middleweight division. He's ducking that guy and David Benavidez, who was the 2-time super middleweight champion of the world. He lost it twice. cocaine in on the scale. While at the same time ignoring that Jermall Charlo didn't want to fight Daniel Jacobs, didn't want to fight Demetrius Andrade, and he don't want to fight David Benavidez. Isn't that ducking? So I'm trying to figure it out. $100 million. He's so scared he don't want to fight these guys that don't have no goddamn, that never fought a champion and don't have any goddamn belts. So he's going to fight another Euro bomb, according to the narrative, named Dimitri Bivol. Let's pull up Dimitri Bivol. This is David Benavidez. See. Let's put up Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol is 19-0. Okay. How long has Dimitri Bivol been a champion? Let's see. I think Dimitri Bivol has been a champion. You see, he won the WBA World Light Heavyweight title. Okay. And like, he's been a champion for a little bit. 2 years now. I think he probably got the champion around, probably got the belt around the same time Jermall Charlo got his belt. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Right here. He won right here in 2017. 2017. He won the belt here. And he's been the champion since 2017. Sullivan Barrera, yeah. That was a good fight right there. That was a damn good fight right there. I remember this fight. He beat Sullivan Barrera. He beat Jean Pascal, champion, former champion, yeah. Defending this title, okay. Joe Smith Jr., another guy that was a champion. Well, Joe Smith Jr. is a champion right now. You know what I mean? He's a WBO champion, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So he's been defending his titles. They say he's a Euro bum. They say that Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez will be a tougher fight. The only way we would know that, they would have to get in the ring. But you're telling me that he's choosing to move up in weight. Let's just say, throw this out there. He's going to move up in the weight to fight a light heavyweight that's an undefeated champion. Like, and the other guy is fighting who again? Who is he fighting? Who is he fighting? Who is he fighting? Juan Montiel, and after this fight, then what? Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me, please. I'm trying to understand the logic. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to see. You got one guy that's fighting champions and undefeated champions and becoming undisputed in one weight division. Then you have another guy who has fought 0 champions since he's been there in the middleweight division. He hasn't fought Daniel Jacobs. He hasn't fought Demetrius Andrade, and he won't move up to fight Caleb Plant nor David Benavidez. He's ducking that guy. I mean, does it even sound right? I mean, does it sound? Maybe it sounds right to you guys. To me, it don't sound right. It don't sound right. It don't sound right. As a matter of fact, let's go here to Twitter. Phone lines is open. Let's go here to Twitter because Mike Coppinger was the one who put out this shit about this $100 million. Remember that? And this is what people are betting. Or he turned down $100 million. It came from Mike Coppinger. And it's amazing how some of these guys, they pick and choose what they want to run with. I get it. I understand. And they get very emotional about this shit. I get it. I understand. These beta males in boxing today are something else. I get it. I understand. I get it. I understand. I get it. I get it. I understand. I feel your pain. I feel you, dog. I feel you. I know exactly where you're coming from. Let me go. This is kind of like what's really going on. I want to show you something. This is really kind of like what's really going on. You know, this is Canelo. I guess he's trolling himself. If he chooses to fight Charlo, then that means he ducked Bivol. If he chose to fight Bivol, that means he ducked Charlo. If he chooses to fight Beterbiev, that means he ducked Bivol. If he fought Benavidez, that means he chose to duck Charlo. Well, in this case, you know, David Benavidez and Charlo's supposed to be a package deal, according to the sources. And I told y'all about that source and say shit. But, you know, he just put on a list of shit, right? They don't keep that same energy, though. I noticed that they don't keep the same energy with these guys. I don't. As a matter of fact, let's make sure that I'm on my Twitter page. I want to make sure that I'm on my Twitter page. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. This is the standard that I hold my fighters to. Marvelous Marvin Hagler standard. If you ain't doing that, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Mike Coppinger. Let's see. This is Saul Canelo Alvarez. As a matter of fact, this is the tweet that he says, I don't even agree. I'm still negotiating. Don't lie to the people. The day everything is signed, that day I will let them know, meaning the people, the boxing fans. For now, there's nothing concrete. But I want to go to Canelo Alvarez's page because everybody's been quoting this shit. Everybody's been quoting this shit that Canelo was offered this and offered that. And then when he made this tweet, he tagged Mike Coppinger, and Mike Coppinger deleted that tweet, saying that Canelo turned down $100 million and he was offered this and that. He deleted it. My question is, why did you delete it? Why did you delete it? Why didn't you stand on it and say, you know what, I stand by what I said? Why didn't you say, I stand by what I said? You was offered $100 million, you turned it down, and that's what it is. Why you didn't stand by that? Why delete it? I noticed that, right? I noticed that. Let's see. And let me see, can I find it? Canelo. Where is this at? Oh, that's December 29th. I don't went too far. Sorry about that. I don't went too far. I want to find it because I want to find the receipt. I want to find the receipt where he refuted this $100 million bullshit. And I noticed that the people who pushing it are the same people who are pushing it because it fits their narrative. But then when I say, okay, you want to tell me that he's ducking these guys, but then when I show you who these guys been fighting and who they haven't been fighting, the energy changes. Right here, this it right here. I get it. I get it. This is Mike Coppinger. He said, I don't agree. I'm still negotiating. Don't lie to the people. So basically he's saying that Mike Coppinger is a liar and he was lying. I had a guy tell me, well, he believed Mike Coppinger over Canelo. Okay, the subject of the discussion is about Canelo. Canelo is confirming that he hasn't heard anything. Nothing has been done, substantiated yet. This guy who put this report out is lying, and it's about him. You're saying that, yeah, it's about Canelo, but Canelo is lying, and the guy who is not even in the negotiating room, who's on the outside looking in, who works for a network that's pushing the narrative, I believe him. Why do you believe him, sir? Because you don't like Canelo. And when I click on it, he deleted it. Sorry, that tweet has been deleted. This guy. Okay, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. That's all I'm saying. Let's see. Shout out to Mike T.
Now who sent you, nigga?
Shout out to Mike T, man. Mike T in the building.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
We got less than 200 likes. Once we get to 200 likes, I'll drop the link. And, he said Coppinger is a weasel, like he's an obsessed girlfriend. You got to show your face, though. You don't show your face, your ass ain't coming on here. You can believe that. Jay Miller said, did Canelo deny PBC offer him $100 million? Shout out to Jay Miller.
Hey, okay.
For dropping them $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
It was not confirmed nor denied.
Playtime's over, boy.
It was not confirmed nor denied, so you can make of that what you will. It was not confirmed nor denied. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Trap from Orlando.
Trap from Orlando. What the link read, Trap? What you want to talk about, fam?
What up, Coach? Check this out, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
so tired of hearing about this ducking shit, man. I'm tired of hearing about ducking, man. That's all people say is he ducked him, he ducked. Ain't nobody really scared of nobody, man.
Yeah.
They're not. They've been fighting all their life. Scared of people for what? Canelo is doing what I would do. If I could take an easier fight for about the same money, I would take that fight. Why would I want a super hard fight for the same money? I'm going to take the easier fight.
So
who wants to work hard? For what?
It's not even about what's the harder fight? What's the easier fight? We don't even know what's the easier fight or a harder fight. We don't know what are the mitigating circumstances that Canelo is considering when he decides which offer he wants to accept from two different promotional companies. What you got to explain? Go ahead.
He can beat all four of these guys. He's gonna beat them all if he fight them.
But how do you determine which one? How do you determine which one is the easier route? One guy who has a belt in a higher weight division, or the two guys who don't have a belt? One is in your same weight division, and the other guy's a middleweight.
Actually, I think Charlo is the easiest fight.
And why do you say that?
To me, I just think he's the easiest fight. What is he gonna do? He's not gonna walk Canelo down. What is he gonna do? He doesn't have the foot movement like Plant did. He doesn't have that kind of movement. What is he gonna do? He's flat-footed. What can he do?
So
he got a jab now. He got a crazy jab.
You got a crazy jab. My thing is this: how do you feel about? So do you feel that those who feel this way, Canelo is afraid, and I'm gonna repeat this again. He's ducking a fighter from Houston, Texas, that has fought 0 champions since he's been in the middleweight division.
Hell no.
He has fought literally nobody. So if you're going to tell me that Canelo Alvarez is fighting Eurobomb undefeated champions, let's say I agree with that. Who in the hell has Charlo been fighting? That makes sense to me.
Man, he's not scared of Charlo at all. Trust me, he's not.
Listen. Who has so for you, in order for you to get me to believe that, who has Charlo beat in the middleweight division? Well, you can say it was because of this performance right here. When he fought Juan Montiel and Brandon Adams, Canelo knew that this was the guy he has to avoid at all costs, and he's not gonna fight him. Dog, I swear, I'm trying to understand this shit. If you're telling me that Canelo is afraid of these two guys, fine. I want to believe everything you're telling me. Explain to me why this one guy that you're saying he's afraid of has been in the division for 5 years. He has not tried to unify the division, not one time. He has not fought anyone that has a belt. No unification. He won't fight Daniel Jacobs, wouldn't fight him. Black guy last time I checked, the brother, wouldn't fight Demetrius Andrade, black guy brother last time I checked. And then he won't move up to fight David Benavidez, because he said he's got to be 25, he got to get a COVID shot, and he won't fight Caleb Plant. So how are you going to hold one guy to one standard while at the same time selling me that this guy is the lion that went life and death with Dariuchenko, Juan Montiel, fighting Brandon Adams, fighting Hugo Centeno Jr.? Make it make sense to me.
Listen, man, he don't fight nobody. He want a check from Canelo. He want that 10 million or whatever he's supposed to do. He's not going to win that fight. But what I'm saying is, he hasn't fought anybody. I think he'd duck me if I came up to 60. If I went to 60, he won't fight me.
I'm not even. And then I say, okay, you say he's ducking you, right? But he's ducking you, but he's fighting champion after champion after champion, becoming undisputed in 11 months. He's fighting these guys who were undefeated champions. They were Eurobombs after he beat them. And then the one guy that's an American, that's with the PBC, all of those same guys said that he was going to be the one to beat this guy. And then when they beat him, now all of a sudden he wasn't good anymore. He really, Caleb Plant was nobody now. But goddamn, just yesterday he was Floyd Mayweather. He was the white version of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Like, come on, man. Come on, bro.
Hey, they really brothers for real, man.
Hey, man, come on, man.
Jamal and Jamal brothers. Is Jamal and Jamal really brothers?
No, Jermall Charlo.
They don't act nothing alike.
Yeah, Jermall Charlo has a different mentality than Jamal. Hey, listen, man, Trap. Shout out to you, fam. Give you a round of applause. Shout out to Trap. Phone lines up. Like, dog, like I'm trying to grasp onto it, dog. I swear I'm trying to grasp onto this shit. As a matter of fact, let me drop the link. You gotta show your face, dog. If I don't see your face, your ass ain't coming on here. It is what it is. Because you niggas like to show dick pics and all that stuff there. We ain't doing that over here. We don't play those crackhead games. Like, dude, like make it make sense to me. One guy fighting champions. As a matter of fact, just in case I've been misunderstood, just in case, no one understands where I'm coming from. Let's do this. One guy, he's been a middleweight division since 2017. He has fought Jorge Sebastian Hyland. He's fought Hugo Centeno Jr. He's fought Matvey Korobov. He's fought Brandon Adams. He's fought Dennis Hogan. He's fought Sergey Derenchenko, guys, 13-4. He's fought Juan Montiel. He went life and death with Juan Montiel, 12 rounds. He went 12 rounds with this guy. They say Haymon McGill knocked this guy out. He went 12 rounds with Derenchenko. He knocked out Dennis Hogan in the 7th round. He went 12 rounds with Brandon Adams. He went 12 rounds with Korobov. He stopped Hugo Centeno Jr. in the 2nd round, and he stopped Jorge Sebastian in the 4th round. That's in 2017, 2018, and let's continue. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 of his last 5 fights, he went tooth and nail. He went 12 rounds with these guys. Shout out to Mr. JRC for dropping that $2. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, loving the discussion. I got the glow. Show enough. I'm just saying, bro. Let me drop the link. I'm just saying, like, someone, please make it make sense to me. Like, someone, let me see. Hold on, guys. Share. What the hell? Oh, my bad. Sorry about that, guys. I'm clicking the wrong damn thing. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Let's drop it. Like, make it make sense to me, because show me. So one guy has fought those guys, and then the other guy. Hold on. So let's see who the other guy's been fighting. Since 2017. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Okay, that was just a legacy thing. Battle of two guys from Mexico. Gennady Golovkin. Now, let's put this in some context. In 2017, Gennady Golovkin was looked at as the best middleweight in the world. In 2017, Gennady Golovkin was looked upon as the best middleweight in the world. Wasn't Jermall Charlo, wasn't Demetrius Andrade, it wasn't any of those other guys, right? And don't get me wrong, I do want to see Canelo fight. I want to see Canelo fight Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo. I definitely want to see those fights. Don't get it twisted. I want to see those fights. But I'm going somewhere with this. So he fought Gennady Golovkin twice. He fought Rocky Fielding. So he fought a champion here twice. Fought a champion there, Rocky Fielding. Some people say Rocky Fielding was a bum. Okay, that's fine. I'm not even arguing the validity of you feeling that this guy's a bum or not. I'm not even going there. He fought Daniel Jacobs, who was the champion. He fought Sergey Kovalev, who was the champion at light heavy. He fought Callum Smith, who was the champion. He fought Yildirim, and didn't nobody like this fight. That was a mandatory. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, undefeated champion, and he fought another undefeated champion in Caleb Plant. So one guy was fighting undefeated champions, and the other guy was fighting who? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jay, calling from Buffalo, New York.
Jay calling from Buffalo, New York. What the link read, Jay? What you want to talk about?
Yeah, so I appreciate everything you're saying and doing, man. But you don't think he doesn't Demetrius Andrade?
Yeah, he won't. He don't want to fight him. I think that for whatever reason, Canelo has refused to fight Andrade, which is a duck. I think that Jermall Charlo refused to fight Andrade. That's a duck too. So Jermall Charlo is refusing to fight him. He's ducking him as well.
Yeah. It's crazy because mandatory at 154 and Haymon McGee is doing the same Canelo did for at 160.
So, but I'm saying as it relates to this, do you feel that Canelo is ducking Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez? How do you feel about that?
I think he's ducking Jermall Charlo. I don't know about
Why?
David.
Why do you feel like he's ducking Jermall Charlo? What has Jermall Charlo done in the 5 years he's been in the middleweight division? What has he done to make me believe that he's ducking, that Canelo's ducking this guy?
Not my bad. I met David Benavidez. He's ducking David Benavidez, but he's definitely not ducking Charlo. Like, nobody's ducking Charlo. Everybody wants smoke with Charlo, but Charlo, he's not pulling the plug.
David Benavidez, I would love to see that fight. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'll definitely love to see that fight. David Benavidez and Canelo. But if you got, you know, go ahead.
Yeah, the reason why people giving Canelo so much shit is because he's too calculated with how he's picking people. Like, he'll wait till you come off a bad performance, or he'll get you when like you're like weight drained, or he'll catch you at a catch weight. And he's too calculated. Like, I don't blame him for doing this stuff, but it's like, come on, man. Like, if you're gonna fight the best and say you're the best, then don't say, oh, you ain't gonna fight David Benavidez because you don't want to fight Mexican fighters, but you fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And then don't say like you're the best at you want to unify, but you had the opportunity at 160 with Demetrius Andrade, but you go up to 168, like, and you just need a one belt. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it swings both ways. You got one guy who's saying that, you know, he won't fight David Benavidez because he's not 25 and he's a COVID shot. You got a guy who's been in the division for 5 years. He has refused to fight Daniel Jacobs for a unification bout. Yeah. He refused to fight. So my thing is, if you're going to apply that rule to Canelo, which you can't forget about Jermall Charlo. He's doing the same shit. If you going by your narrative, he's doing the exact same shit. He ain't fighting nobody. And he won't fight the other black fighters as well. So I mean, my thing is, you gotta swing it both ways. If you're gonna apply one rule to one guy and one guy's fighting champions, how are you going to ignore the fact that another guy is fighting Brandon Adams and Cora Balls and Hugo Centeno Jr.'s and Dennis Hogan's and Juan Montiel's? How can you ignore that?
How you turn down $7 million from the zone off from $7 million? How you turn that down?
I don't know. But anyways, you made your point. Yeah, I know you feel like Canelo's ducking, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. All I'm saying is if you're going to say one guy's ducking and he's fighting champions, then you can't look at the other guy and say, oh, well, like, what has he done to make you feel like that this guy is fighting killers, but this guy's ducking and he's fighting champions? Like, make it make sense to me. Like, make it make sense to me. You know what I mean? If you say, well, Canelo dunked, he dunked what the dude named Demetrius Andrade. Okay, well, if you feel that way, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, well, Jermall Charlo dunked Demetrius Andrade. Jermall Charlo also dunked Daniel Jacobs. Yeah. Like, you can't have amnesia when the pendulum turns. You know what I mean? You can't. That's all I'm saying. But shout out to Jay. Shout out to you, Jay. Shout out to Jay calling for Buffalo. Shout out to Jay calling from Buffalo. Hold on. Did I drop the link? I think I dropped the link too. Hold on. Got some more calls calling in. Let's see what's up. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Turn the volume down in the background, please.
Yeah, we're calling from Memphis, Tennessee.
What's your name?
Q City World.
Q City World calling from Memphis, Tennessee. What the league read? What you want to talk about?
Yeah, man. So you talking about Charlo, the reason why people want Charlo to fight Canelo.
Yeah, like what do you think? Yeah, what do you think? Did you think that Canelo is afraid of Jermall Charlo, ducking him and David Benavidez? Do you feel like if he takes the Dimitri Bivol route and fight Dimitri Bivol and Triple G, you don't think business has anything to do with it? Do you feel like he's just ducking those guys?
I just feel like,
if you feel that way, hold on. And if you feel that way, explain to me why you feel that way.
Well, I feel like that's the best fight that needs to be made for Canelo right now. I think fans have been more excited about Canelo than Bivol. You look in your comment section, ask anybody in your comment section, how many people know the last fighter that Bivol fought? Who been watching Bivol like that? You feel me? Bivol ain't even went undisputed in his weight division. He been in his same weight division the whole time. At least Jermall Charlo went to the weight division. You feel me? He on his second. You dig what I'm saying?
He's been there 5 years too.
So it's like,
He's been there 5 years as well. He's been at the middleweight division for 5 years, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah. So
he's been there for 5 years, but how long has Bivol been there? How long has Bivol been in that one weight division? How many weight divisions has Benavidez fought?
Benavidez has probably been. I think Benavidez has been in the same weight division, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, like most of these fighters been in one weight division. Charlo moved 2 weight divisions. You dig what I'm saying? So everybody and he been chasing him at 154. He became his mandatory with the WBC belt, and then he got the franchise champion. There's a lot of stuff to it. You dig? So y'all like, no, now you need to chase him to 168. And then he takes him to 168. Then the boy go up and fight at 175.
So let me
at the end of the day, it's like, we want to see that fight.
Q City, well, let me ask you a question. Why do you feel that Jermall Charlo needs to chase Canelo Alvarez and not fight unification bouts within his own weight division?
I don't know if you know about me. I got videos too. But at the end of the day, I made videos about Charlo and why he ain't fight. He should have been fought Demetrius Andre. You dig what I'm saying? GDG ain't trying to fight nobody. You dig what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's messed up at the 160 division. You know, and it's like everybody trying to be like a Canelo, like, you don't got, what have you done for me? What have you done? And you ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you can't really say that as a Canelo fan because who have any of these fighters he been fighting them? Who have I love Caleb Plant. You feel me? I'm from Nashville. You dig what I'm saying? But who have Caleb Plant? Who have Caleb Plant been
So all I'm saying is this. So your position is what, sir? You feel that Canelo is ducking Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, right?
Canelo went to the weakest weight division. He left the 160 division, went to the weakest weight division. And I think he doing what he could do. He's a star of boxing, but in there, I feel like the fans just letting him go light. I feel like y'all let him do whatever he could do. He want to do, say, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. Yeah, do whatever you want to do, Canelo. That's lame. He's fighting the best fights, but he didn't fuck.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Canelo's not fighting the best fights. Can you give me an example of the best fights that Jermall Charlo's been fighting?
Jermall Charlo, since he moved to 160, I wanted to see him against Gennady Golovkin, but the Davchenko fight was a good fight because Davchenko gave Gennady Golovkin and Danny Jacob hell. You dig what I'm saying? He went out there, knocked him down, beat him cleanly. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody you put in front of him, he's gonna do, but I feel like he's to the point now that somebody's calling me right now. He's to the point where he ain't really fighting. He ain't hyped. You feel his last fight? I don't think he was hyped about that last fight, but I think it's time for the Canelo fight to happen.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, my brother. You let your position be known. Shout out to Q City World from Memphis. Salute to you, fam. Salute to you. Salute to Q City World from Memphis. Someone popped up. Kevin Jones, you're gonna have to show your face. Sir. All right, there you go. Kevin Jones, you live on with New Media Today USA Boxing coach Malachi Williams. Talk to me. What you want to talk about, brother?
What's up, brother? What's up, man? Calling out of Philly.
My mother grew up in Philly.
Sure, yes, sir. I wanted to touch up on Canelo.
Yes, sir.
Listen, he not ducking nobody, man. He not ducking no smoke. The only smoke that I would say he ducked is Andre. That's it. Other than that, he ain't ducking nobody.
I can't even lie about Andre. I can't lie about that.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. He dropped all the stuff.
Yeah, my thing is Jermall Charlo did the exact same thing as well. He didn't want to fight.
Yeah, he did.
He wouldn't fight. He didn't want to fight Daniel Jacobs, and that's my only gripe. My gripe is okay. I can run with whatever you want to run with. If you say Canelo's ducking, he ducked 1,000 people. Okay, fine, we can run with that. But when I look over here at the guys who say that he's ducking, I'm like, well, what has he done to make me feel like this guy is afraid of him and ducked him? And I see Dennis Hogan, Juan Montiel, Hugo Centeno Jr. I'm like, I see these guys, Brandon Adams, and I'm like, how many unifications bouts has this guy's had? 0. But the other guy who you say that's ducking, he's unified a division, fought other champions. How you feel about him or not is irrelevant. So I'm saying, make me understand why would he duck this guy while you ignore the fact that the guy you say he's ducking, he has ducked other guys in the weight division as well. So I'm just trying to figure
No, that's a fact. That's why I can't complain about Canelo. Even though I feel he ducked Andre, I can't say nothing about that because Canelo has fought these guys while everybody else has done nothing. That's why I don't have a problem with Canelo. Yeah, he ducked Andre, but look who else he's fighting. Nobody else is doing it. So Canelo gets the pass in my book. That's how I feel.
I mean, even if you don't want to give him a pass, I'm not even tripping on that, Kev. Like I'm not even tripping on that, brother. Like, even if you don't want to give him a pass, if you feel that way, I have no problem with anyone feeling any type of way they feel about Canelo. I have no problem with that. My thing is this: you got to keep the same standard to the guys who you say that he's ducking.
For everyone else.
That's the whole point. You can't say, okay, this guy needs to do this, this, and this. He's ducking all of these guys. Okay, let's say I run with that for argument's sake. Okay, well, who is this guy fight? And then it's crickets. It's crickets. It's like, okay, well, Hugo Centeno Jr. now, he was okay, wait a minute. Okay, now
Charlo put work in at 154 though. He put work in at 154.
He did. He put work in at 154.
Nothing
he put work in at 154. I give him that. And his best fights is at 154. But my thing is, once he got to 160, he hasn't done anything.
Yep.
And it's like okay, he gets a pass for not doing nothing, while the other guy is who's cleaning out divisions and becoming undisputed and fighting other champions in other weight divisions. My thing is this here. At least he's fighting champions.
Yep.
At least he's fighting. If you feel like that he's ducking, fine. But at least he's fighting champions to become undisputed. Explain to me why you have had 0 unification fights in a weight division that you've been in for 5 years.
Al Haymon. Al Haymon. That's how he moved these guys. Like, to be honest with you, they say they're their own boss, like Earl Spence doing all that, but they're not. Al Haymon controls all of this. He's the pimp. He's the real pimp in these streets. That's just the honest truth.
I mean, they like him.
He controls these guys' careers.
Yeah, they like him, and they say they like him, and they say he's happy, and everybody happy over there, and that's fine. I ain't got no problem with it. But I'm saying, I'm just like, I go at the narrative. I say, okay, I want to be on the Canelo ducking fan bandwagon. That I want to be on the Canelo hate bandwagon. I want to jump on that bandwagon. But in order for you to get me to jump on that bandwagon, you're going to have to show me how this guy over here, show me what he's done. Dennis Hogan, bro, I can't make this shit up. I'm going to show it to you. Dennis Hogan, listen, Hugo Centeno Jr. Canelo is scared of him because he's scared of Charlo because what he did to Hugo Centeno. Matt Coraball, he went 12 rounds with this guy in his own backyard.
He lost that fight.
I thought he lost that fight too. This was the same night that Jermall Charlo lost to Tony Harris. They fought on the same card. Let's see. Brandon Adams. Canelo saw that. Damn, he fought Brandon Adams, went 12 rounds with him. Goddamn, boy, that stuff I saw that he did to Brandon Adams got me having second thoughts. Dennis Hogan, he knocked Dennis Hogan out in the 7th round. This is why I want to duck this guy. Sergey Derenchenko, he went 12 rounds with the guy, right? Sergey Derenchenko is a pretty good fighter. Juan Montes Montiel, he went 12 rounds with this guy.
Life and death with Montiel.
So I'm trying to figure out, I'm just trying to make it make sense. That's
easy work for Canelo. That's easy work for Canelo. That's just my opinion.
Especially the way Derenchenko fights. Come forward, pressure fighter. Yeah, he gonna run it all kind of shit with Canelo. Canelo gonna get him out of there. In my opinion. Hey, but listen, Kevin Jones, thank you so much, brother, for rocking in, man.
Fam. Keep doing your thing, bro.
Yes, sir. Shut up. Give my brother a round of applause. Give our brother Kev a round of applause. Hold on, guys. That's all I'm saying. You want me to jump on your bandwagon? Explain to me this other. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Bro, I can't hear you. The phone breaking up. What's your name? Where you calling from? I can't hear you, man. Your phone breaking up, man. You got a bad reception, man. You probably need to call back. Yeah, I got a bad reception. I couldn't hear you, bro. I couldn't hear you. Yeah, that's all. But that's all I'm saying, though. Like, make it make sense to me. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. We need 300 likes. Yeah, man. But make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. If you want me to believe, I want to believe everything you guys are saying. That Canelo is ducking, he's fighting Euro bombs, he ain't doing it. I want to believe that. I want to run with that. But if you want to get me on your side, you're going to have to do better than Juan Montes Montiel, Sergey Derenchenko, Dennis Hogan, Brandon Adams, Coraball, Hugo Centeno Jr., Jorge Sebastian. You can't tell me in one breath that one guy who's fighting undefeated champion after undefeated champion. He fought Yildirim, his mandatory. He's fought another undefeated champion in Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev. He was past his prime, and that is true. But he was a champion. I can't lie. Let's see. Daniel Jacobs was a champion. Rocky Fielding, I think Rocky Fielding was a champion. Ain't nobody really like that fight. And then he fight Triple G twice. He was a champion. You're going to have to explain to me how this guy is a duck fighting champions while this guy isn't a duck and he's fighting no champions. Make it make sense to me. That's all. Just make it make sense to me. Just make it make sense to me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro. I want to run. Listen, I want to run with all of those Canelo hating YouTube channels. I want to run with y'all narratives. I want to run with it. I do. This ain't no hate, no shade, none of that. I want to run with your narrative. But, sir, explain to me how one guy is ducking, fighting champion after champion after champion after champion after champion, becoming undisputed in a weight division, and the other guy has been in the weight division for 5 years and he won't fight no other champions. And all I hear is this. This is all I hear.
I'm sorry? 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
The fuck?
I'm just saying, bro. And then you're going to have to explain to me, another thing you're going to have to explain to me. You're going to have to explain to me why 3 fighters are on the same promotional company, the same side of the streets, and they won't fight each other. You tell me, oh man, well, you know, the politics of fighters being with different promotional companies, that's the reason why these fights ain't happening. Explain to me, sir, why fighters that's on the same side of the promotional company street, why they won't fight each other. Bro, I want to be on your side. I want to be on the Alphabet Boy side, and I want to be on the Canelo. I want to be on your side, but it ain't making no sense to me, sir. You guys are not telling me nothing yet. Please, somebody help me understand. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's your boy Gus from Lancaster, California.
Gus, what's going on, my brother? Yeah, man, Lancaster, man, what's going on?
All right, let me state you. I used to be on that Canelo hating bandwagon back in because you know who he was really, to me, he was really ducking was Triple G. You know, after beating Cotto in middleweight for the WBC belt, he goes and fights Amir Khan, you know, and then fights someone like Liam Smith, you know, who fans really, he was in UK, so of course he's not going to be as known. It was his first time fighting in U.S. soil, so yeah. But, you know, so right there, I felt like he was ducking Triple G, but right now he's doing his thing. He's moving up weight division, taking titles. Just, I really don't know. I mean, hey, if Jose or Benavidez, if he didn't lose that belt to the scale,
you're talking about David, not Jose. Jose.
Oh, David. Yeah, not Jose. Jose's a little. Yeah, David. So if David didn't lose that belt to the scale, which he did, who knows? He could have been had that Canelo fight. You know, I just feel like certain things isn't. You know, he ain't ducking people. He just doing his thing. I felt like he ducked Triple G back then, though. I was on that hating Canelo bandwagon back in 2016. Like, oh, he ain't taking that Triple G fighter. You know, I don't know. I'm just right now. I'm kind of thinking like he's doing the thing. He getting belts. He moving up weight classes. You know, the man is doing the thing. I can't say shit no more like I used to.
And this is another thing that I have to say. Another thing I have to say. Okay, why these fighters that are on the same side of the promotional street chasing this one guy? This is another thing. If you feel in your heart that Canelo don't fight black fighters because he's racist somehow, Dante's Race Baiting Nation, sir, this is for you on IKTV. If you feel that Canelo is the biggest duck, he's ducking, he don't want the smoke, why do you believe that in one breath but get mad when you say that he's ducking your fighter in another breath? Why does the fighter that you want him to fight Why does he keep chasing a guy that he says is ducking him, that, oh, he don't want to fight black fighters and stuff like that, while you ignore the fact that Jermall Charlo refuses to fight other black fighters in his weight division, wouldn't fight Daniel Jacobs, wouldn't fight Darian, wouldn't fight Andrade, and I'm talking about, and he's not fighting any. He's fighting Dennis Hogan's, Brandon Adams. He's fighting Sergey Derevyanchenko's, which, okay, everybody, a couple of people fought him. Juan Montes Montiel. You're like, dude, y'all like make it make sense to me. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I want to be on your side, but you lose. You're not winning me over with this shit. One guy's fighting champions, no matter how much you feel they're Euro bombs. He fought an American from Ashland, Tennessee. He fought an American for Ashland, Tennessee. The guy who Leonard Ellaby said style was too wrong for Canelo. The guy that you guys were saying that Caleb Plant is he's white chocolate. He has that Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll style. He's a pure boxer. He's going to get Canelo fit. That guy, when he's, come on, man. Like, dude, I'm confused, dog.
Yeah, I'm confused. I get you, man. I'm like, I was like hating Canelo back in the day, but now he's doing this thing, and it's like, I can't hate on what he's doing. I think he fought Daniel Jacobs. He's the last black person he fought, and he was a champion. Yeah. I don't even think Jermall was. I think he was an interim. I don't know. I don't even think he was a full. So it just it didn't even make sense.
Hold on, Elijah Feliciano, I got something for you. Hey, shout out to you, man. Gus, shout out to you, fam. Thank you for calling in, my brother.
Ain't nobody coming to see you.
Shout out to my brother, man. Shout out to Gus calling in, man. Let's give Gus a round of applause. Yeah, Elijah Feliciano, I'm glad you mentioned that. You said, don't forget Yildirim Rocky Fielding, coach. Yes, he fought Yildirim Rocky Fielding. So this is the thing, right? This is where you lose the plot at. This is where you lose the plot at. Not saying you Elijah, but this is where you lose the plot at with me. When you point out somebody that Canelo fought or a fighter who you feel superior, when you point out the fact that look at these two weak competition dudes that he fought. Let's say I agree with you on that. Yeah, he fought weak competition. He fought Yildirim Rocky Fielding. How can you say that Yildirim Rocky Fielding weak competition, and that's fine? You believe that, and I believe that as well. Rocky Fielding was a champion. We're going to run with that. Rocky Fielding was a champion at the time, I think, when Canelo fought him. Yildirim was a mandatory. If you want me to get on your side, if you want me to say, oh, you see, he ain't fought nobody. He fought two bombs right here. This is what I want to show you, sir. If you feel that way, he's fought two bombs in that time frame, you gotta know that Dennis Hogan was a bomb. Juan Montes Montiel was a bomb. Sergey Derevyanchenko, 13 wins and 4 losses. He all right. Brandon Adams is a bomb. Korobov, didn't nobody know who he was. He was a bomb. He went life and death with this guy. Hugo Centeno Jr. is a bomb. Jose Sebastian Highland is a bomb. So this is where you die at the cross at. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that's what you're saying, Elijah Feliciano, but I'm saying this is where you die at the cross at, because when you point out one guy, you say he's fighting bombs, you goddamn it, the fighter who you talking about, he better be fighting some killers. If you're telling me that, again, as I said before, if you're telling me that Canelo Alvarez, he's the biggest duck of them all, let's say I believe you. He's the biggest duck of them all. I believe everything you're saying. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. If you want me to believe that, he got to fight King Kong. Canelo has to fight Godzilla. He has to fight Mothra. He has to fight Gamera. He has to fight Voltron. He has to fight all of the Decepticons. He has to fight Megatron, the Autobots, Optimus Prime. He got to fight, goddammit, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If Canelo has to do all of this stuff that they say is the heavy lifting, if Canelo has to do the heavy lifting, isn't that what his other channels say? Errol Spence, he's doing the heavy lifting. So Canelo got to do all the heavy lifting, right? He's ducking everybody, okay? But he has to fight everybody. How can you have that standard for a guy who you don't like at one breath, but in another breath, ignore the fight that this dude is fighting bombs?
But this bomb is taking the easy matches, fighting other bombs.
This man is consistently fighting bombs. He's been fighting bombs for 5 years since he's been in the middleweight division. So if you want me to come on your side that Canelo is fighting bums, he ain't fighting nobody, God damn it, then you better show me Jermall Charlo better be fighting some goddamn champions and killers. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Make it make sense to me. That's all I'm saying, sir. Make it make sense to me. Just make it make sense to me. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense to me. He got to fight Godzilla? Fine. Your fighter better be fighting King Kong. Don't tell me that he's ducking a guy who has 0 unification bouts in the middleweight division. He's been there 5 years, and his best fights have been at a lighter weight division. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense to me. I want to be on your side today. I want to be over all of those guys' channels who hate this guy. I want to go with what you're saying. But when I peel back the layers and I look at this guy who you say is the monster that Canelo is ducking, and I say, well, damn, okay, in order for him to duck this guy, it has to be some fights that Canelo might have seen that made him feel like that he's ducking him. Don't tell me that this Brandon Adams fight was a signature fight that made Canelo decide, no, I don't want to fight him. Don't tell me that the Cornball fight, the fight which I thought that Jamal lost, this is the defining fight. Don't tell me that, boy, that Hugo Centeno Jr. fight, boy. Woo, that had Canelo shaking like booty meat. Don't tell me that the Jose Sebastian Highland was that signature defining fight that made Canelo decide to run from this guy. Don't tell me the Brandon Adams fight that he fought. Don't tell me a guy who fought, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7 bombs on in the middleweight division. Come on, man.
But this bomb is taking the easy matches, fighting other bombs.
Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. Let's see. So we got David Benavidez. Now, David Benavidez' resume is not all of that as well. Just being honest. His resume, but he probably got a better resume let me see. Super middleweight. But he is a 2-time champion. David Benavidez is a 2-time champion. I want to see Canelo fight David Benavidez. Which offer he would take, I don't know. I don't know the logistics of the offers because we're hearing sources say type rumors from reporters who have removed their tweets. They won't even stand by this shit. All I'm saying is we got to keep the same energy. If you want me to say there's one guy's not fighting anybody, God damn it, then the guy you telling me that he's ducking, he better be fighting somebody. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got but a GED. Maybe I need a college diploma. Maybe I need a college degree, or maybe I need a master's degree in sociology to understand this shit. You know what I mean? Maybe my basic common sense GED education is not helping me, decipher the code so I can understand the intricacies of ducking and stuff like that from one fighter to another fighter.
Unknown caller.
Well, we got a call calling in right now. But when I look at it, dog, hold on, guys. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Okay, going once, going twice. Caller, we hung up. Caller's not saying anything. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. That's all. I'm trying to figure it out. I want to come on your team, guys. I want to be team Hate Canelo. But, the shit ain't right now, from what I'm seeing, it's not adding up to me. Not adding up to me. You guys are doing a terrible job making me think like what my brother say right here. My brother say right here. What a brother at? What a brother at? Hold on. This brother say right here. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Got a call calling in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This Derek. Hello.
Derek, what's going on? What you want to talk about?
Oh, what's good? I'm saying, man, like I understand where you're coming from because this dude, David, Charlo, Boo, they not fighting each other, but they want to wait in line to fight Canelo. Like that's crazy. They want to wait in line to fight Canelo, but these guys can't fight each other. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying.
And then with Canelo for Caleb Plant, they want to date like Caleb Plant. Oh, he is the white Floyd Mayweather, and then there was Andre World. They were talking about World training him good, all that. They were hyping Plant up, hyping Plant up until he got knocked out. I'm like, man, come on, bro. Like they be hating on Canelo. Like that's crazy, bro.
I mean, and listen, my thing is if they want to hate on Canelo or hate on any fighter, whether it's Crawford, whether it's Spence, whether it's Thurman, whether it's Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, if you want to hate on a fighter, there's nothing wrong with that. Hate really makes everything good. But my thing is, when you go to getting into reasons why you're hating, because this guy, I hate this guy because he's not fighting anybody and he's ducking my favorite fighter who I feel like will beat him. Your favorite fighter better have some fights that he's fighting people. He better have some unification fights and stuff like that. If this guy ain't fighting nobody, you can't ignore the fact that the guy you're hyping up has fought no one in the middleweight division. You can't say that this guy that's undisputed hasn't fought anybody, but your guy who hasn't fought anybody is a killer. Like, make it make sense to me. That's all.
Now, cool. Listen, though, it's gonna be an excuse. Cause once Canelo, if Canelo fight one of them, it's gonna be an excuse. Will Canelo knock him out? Watch, it's always gonna be an excuse. Just like Caleb Plant. But we're hyping Caleb Plant up. It's gonna be another excuse if he fight Charlo.
Listen, shout out to you, man. Listen, Derek, Derek, let me give you a round of applause. Shout out to Derek for calling in. I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah.
Now, this brother right here, shout out to Thomas Davis for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said if Nello takes Charlo Benavidez, nobody would say he's ducking Bivol Triple G. What do you think about that? No, sir, that's not true. They're already saying that right now. They're saying that if he fights Jermall Charlo and Benavidez, he's ducking Bivol because Bivol is a champion. He's in a higher weight class, and that Bivol is a more harder fight. If he fights Jermall Charlo and beats him, he's going to get discredited by saying, "Oh, you fought a smaller guy. You made a move up in weight. Yada 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 yada." Now, David Benavidez, that verdict is still kind of, still waiting on that verdict. So I don't know exactly what they are saying about that. But, bro, what I will say is this. When someone doesn't like you, there's nothing that you're going to do to make them like you. Period. It doesn't matter what he does. The answer is going to be the same. He's ducked two fighters to fight the other two fighters to take the easy route. That's what they're going to say. Now, if you want to say that these black YouTube channels, these pro I hate Canelo YouTube channels, if you want to say that they would say that, of course they would say that. The I hate Canelo Alvarez YouTube channels, they would say that. That's what they're pushing. But hey, those guys don't even count, like, to be honest with you. They don't even count. It just is a small. What's going to matter is what the boxing fans are saying. And this is what Canelo was saying right here on his tweet. He's saying that, hey man, if I fight, and this is what he was saying. Here you go. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Jermall, calling from New York.
Jermall, what the link read, my brother? What's going on, fam? Talk to me.
Well, hey, man, they're gonna hate regardless, man. It's boxing, man. It's boxing. How is he ducking Charlo when the other guy is a bigger fighter? The other guy is bigger than Charlo, hit harder than Charlo. So how is he ducking it?
Bro,
sometimes they got to leave the weight class because they don't want to make that weight no more, man. You got to respect that. He don't want to make that weight no more. It's hard making weight, man. So you want to be comfortable. I understand that.
Right.
Everybody don't know everything about boxing. Like Roger Mayweather said, most people don't know shit about boxing.
Nah, he was right. He was right about that.
They got to realize it's a discipline to boxing, man. These guys sacrifice a lot to get in the ring, man. They sacrifice a lot. They don't eat what we eat. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They do when they're not. When they're not fighting or whatever, they probably do.
Right.
But when they're in training camp, they gotta eat clean.
They gotta eat clean. You got to eat clean when
Clean,
you.
and some of them, a couple of days for a fight, they don't even eat.
Yeah, they got to eat clean.
That's what people don't know.
They got to drink a lot of
Some
water.
people don't know that, though.
They got to cut back on the
Some
carbs.
people don't even know that. Yep, and some people don't even know. Some of these fighters don't even eat a couple of days before fights just to make the weight. A lot of people don't even know that.
Yeah,
that right there.
Yeah.
But it don't. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense, man. He can fight whoever he want to, man. He got the right to fight whoever he want to now. So, dude, I don't get into the politics of boxing, man. I don't get into that. I just want to see the fight.
I just want to see the fight. I'm like, I want to see the fight. I want to see him fight these guys. But this is my thing, Jerron. This is my thing, Jerron. And I said this before. I did a whole show on this. I say, why are these guys chasing one guy?
Right.
Say, you know what? We're gonna build our own profile by fighting each other. While you focusing on the guy, and this is another thing, you can't have it both ways. If you feel like he's a cherry picker, he's a drug cheat, he's this, he's that, don't even try to fight.
Why you chase?
Why chase him?
Yeah, why you chasing?
Why chase him?
Why chase? Make your own lane, man. Make your lane like he made his own lane. Make your own lane. Yeah. You make your own lane. Yeah. I like fighters that make their own lane.
Yeah.
Where they don't worry about it. When it's time to fight, it's time to fight.
Yeah.
Holyfield said, this is what I learned from Evander Holyfield, a legend. I heard him come out and say one day, don't force nobody to fight. Let them fight when they're ready to fight, because that's when they feel like they can beat the other guy. And so when he said that, the legend said that, and I was this was a while ago. This has been a while ago. And I sat back and I thought about it, and it makes a lot of sense. So, it is what it is. Because guess what? I'm not getting paid from none of them. So it don't matter to me.
Yeah,
I want to see the fights. Don't get me wrong, but if they don't fight, I'm not gonna lose no sleep over. I'm not emotional when it comes to boxing.
Yeah,
man.
I want to see that. I want to see that Canelo Jamal Charlo fight. My thing is this. We can't jump out the reason why I want to see that fight, because I want to put this shit to bed, Jerron, to be honest with you.
Listen,
I want to put it to bed so bad. I want to see if go ahead, my brother. Sorry about that.
I can already tell you, Canelo gonna watch him. He gonna knock him out. He gonna knock him out. He gonna knock Benavidez out. The boys can go up too. They can go. Let me tell y'all something. Most of these fighters are weight bullies. Let's just be honest. Because I'm a truth. I tell the truth whether you like it or not. These guys walk away 100. Most of these guys walk around 40, 50 pounds overweight. So these guys, if they really wanted to, they could go to 175. Look at Benavidez. He can go to 175. Charlo can go to 175. They all can do this, but they choose to fight in weight class where they think they can dominate because they're bigger and stronger. Because they can blow up after the weigh-in, they can just blow back up to, 20 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I like it like back in the days when they weighed in the days of the fight.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah. Same day weigh-in.
Got to be old school, like me and the coach.
Same day weigh-ins. Same day weigh-ins, boy. That was something else. I'm glad, Diallo Hagan. I'm glad you brought up. Floyd Mayweather. Hey, shout out to my brother Jerron, man. Thank you so much, my brother, for calling in. Thank you.
Keep doing the same, coach.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up Floyd Mayweather. I'm glad you did that. Now, my brother Diallo Huggy said, was Canelo making his own lane when he was trying to fight Floyd? The only thing is he got that fight, though. See, Canelo got the fight. Jermall Charlo didn't get the fight. But Canelo was fighting other fighters up until that point. But I'm glad you brought that up, though. That's just another teaching point. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm finna show you something. I'm glad you brought that up, Diallo. Thank you so much, my brother. I'm glad you brought that up. I want to show you something. Hold on, guys. We got another call calling in. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? Chris from Virginia.
Chris from Virginia. What the league read, Chris? What you want to talk about, fam?
First of all, great insight as always. I just wanted to say, in my personal opinion, it would be more of a duck if he doesn't take the undisputed route at 175 now. Better be of getting old. If he waits till next year, we already got a new narrative as to why he waited till next year. I think it's better he does the undisputed route. Benavidez is 24, 25 years old.
Mm.
And then you got Charlo, who's 31, coming off a bad win, I guess. That fight's right there for next year. It could still happen. I want to see the fights. I want to see all the fights. I just think I think it makes more sense for him to do the undisputed route at 175 and then come back next year, and then he can sweep up the rest of the guys that we all want to see fight. It's not like those fights are going to run away or them guys are aging out. If anything, he'd be aging out Beterbiev.
Yeah, Canelo and Jermall Charlo are the same age, so you know,
right,
they're the same age.
Right, and then Benavidez is only going to get better in theory. Let the guy get a little better, get a better fight under his belt. But if he don't fight them this year, the new narrative is going to be he aged out Beterbiev until he was 37, 38. He's already 30, 36, I believe.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
For Canelo, the post he reposted was fact. No matter what route he chooses to take, he's going to be ducking somebody. Because I remember 2 weeks ago, certain boxing channels were saying he's cherry picking Charlo. Because of the Montiel
fight. That was Aki TV said that. I know exactly who it was. He said
I wouldn't even it was Aki, it was
Aki
Ego,
TV,
it was a few
if he picked Jermall
Charlo,
Charlo,
it was a few of them.
He's ducking them because Jermall Charlo was coming off his worst performance against Juan Montiel, and then now it's a possibility that he has 2 deals worth a lot of money, and if he chooses to go to Triple G and Bivol route, then that means he's ducking him. So if he picks according to Aki TV and these other Canelo hating channels, if he picks Jermall Charlo, he's cherry picking Jermall Charlo because he's fighting a guy who went tooth and nail with Juan Montiel. He's fighting him at the right time. If he doesn't fight him, he's ducking Jermall Charlo. I can't make this shit. I got the receipts.
I remember when Canelo was having issues with Caleb Plant for the negotiations, I remember precisely Boxing Ego stated that if the Caleb Plant fight doesn't go down, the only 2 fights he wants to see is either Benavidez Charlo or a Bivol fight. So they were asking for the Bivol fight around that time anyway.
Yeah.
So it's damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
On the other end, Charlo's most spoken about win, at least as of recent, is that Derevyanchenko fight. Derevyanchenko lost to Triple G and Jacob, and he's a white man.
Yeah,
so that would be a cherry pick if Canelo fought him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He would have been a Eurobomb if Canelo fought him. When Canelo would have fought.
It would have been another Eurobomb. A flat-footed fighter. You know, you take it how you will. Coming off 2 losses, so I mean.
Listen.
And I'm not a Canelo fanboy either. I want Triple G to beat him.
I want to see the fight, but I'm saying I try to use logic. I try not to go off the emotions. I try to use the logic in it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. I try to use the logic in it. If you're saying that he's ducking this guy, like I got to see something tangible. Give me some logic to show me that. And from what I'm seeing, I'm not, I want to jump on your side. I want to jump on your side, Aki TV, Ego. I want to jump on I want to jump on all you guys' side. But every time I try to jump on your side and I go back and look at it, what it is, I'm like, dude, this shit ain't making no sense, dog. What you're saying, dog? This shit ain't adding up.
They make it real easy.
This shit is too easy. It's too easy.
Right.
One guy's fighting undefeated champions, becoming undisputed. He had a couple of fights that you might say that you didn't like, the Yildirim and the Rocky Fielding, where Rocky Fielding was the champion. And another guy, he's fighting no champions. He refuses to unify the division, like he said right here. Hold on. Remember this? He said this some years ago. I want you to hear this.
I'm sorry. 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
This is what he said.
And I agree, Coach.
You can't have it both ways, dog. You can't have it both ways. I get it.
And
but, go ahead, brother. Let's wrap up.
Well, I was just gonna say quickly. The other thing is, other people seem to be seeing this differently. I don't have Canelo as a favorite against Bivol or Beterbiev. Maybe I look at them, I rate them a little higher than other people. I just think it's a lot going against Canelo. That's just me personally.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
I either rated a 50-50 or I'm gonna give it to the bigger guy.
Man,
as a slight favorite.
But
if they was to fight Charlo or Benavidez, if Bivol or Beterbiev fought them, that's an easy favorite for me.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it. I don't know.
That Bivol fight, man, gonna be some problems for Canelo. In my opinion,
he just moves too good. He's bigger, but he moves so good. Bavo's a good mover.
Yeah.
He's like a way better Caleb Plant.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, well, shout out to you, my brother. Shout out to Chris, man. Shout out to Chris, man. Appreciate that. Now, my brother Diallo Huggy make a valid point. He said, was Canelo making his own lane when he was trying to fight Floyd? Was Floyd making his own lane when he was trying to fight Oscar? I'm glad you brought that up. Let's look at this. When Canelo fought Floyd, before that he fought Austin Trout, he fought Josecito Lopez, he fought Sugar Shane Mosley, Matthew Hatton, which is Ricky Hatton's brother, Carlos Boldemir. These are the guys he fought. Jose Cotto, I think that's Miguel Cotto's brother. You know what I mean? So, you know, he's moving up the food chain, Some guys you may say he ain't really fought nobody or whatever. You know what I mean? There's no problem with that. But he fought Matthew Hatton, Ricky Hatton's brother. That's a name guy, right? He fought Shane Mosley. All of these are right before he fought Floyd Mayweather. He fought Sugar Shane Mosley. He fought Josecito Lopez. He fought Austin Trout. And then he moved up, and then he fought, he had to come down a little bit at the catchweight and fought Floyd Mayweather. He fought Floyd Mayweather. Canelo already was a hot guy, already a hot commodity, but he was 23 years old when he fought him. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach.
Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from? I can hear you. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, Salvador from Beck.
Your phone is breaking up, brother. I can't hear you. Sound like a bunch of static.
Breaking up.
Yes, sir. Just call back. Just call back. Now, I get exactly what you're saying. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
All right, Mr. Calderon. He said Pac-Man made his own lane. Okay, though. All right, let's go. I don't know. This is gonna be very easy for me. I already know where this is going at. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Sal from Bakersfield, Coach.
Sal from Bakersfield. Sal, what's going on, fam? What you want to talk about, my brother?
Hey, Coach, I got two things to say.
Yes, sir.
One was for you. Do you think skin color of a fighter makes him less of a fighter? Because that's the narrative they try to say, that Canelo's only the champion because he fights white fighters.
You know, well, I have Canelo's resume up right here, and he has a few black fighters on here. I think Sugar Shane Moses is black. I think Austin Trout is black. I think Floyd Mayweather is black. Laurel's black. Let's see, James Kirkland. You know, so I mean, you know, Daniel Jacobs. You know, so I don't get that angle, but hey, I don't get that angle myself. But go ahead.
I have one of your callers had called and said that Canelo picked the easiest division to clear out.
Okay.
But my thing is, if there was the easiest division to clear out, why didn't Benavidez and Plant clean it out faster than him? You know,
that's a legit question. If that was the easiest division, how come Caleb Plant did not fight the other champions in his weight division? How come David Benavidez did not fight the other champions in his weight division?
I'll listen to you.
All right, yes, sir. Shout out to Saul. Shout out to Saul from Bakersfield, California. See, it's easy for me to say, oh, that was easy. He took the easy route. If it was so easy, how come the PBC fighters who had championship belts, how come they didn't do it? I just want to see the fights as well. I want to see the fights as well, guys. Trust me. I want to see this Canelo fight, Jermall Charlo, better than anyone on YouTube. You want in boxing? You want to know why? Because I want to put this shit to bed. At 23 years old, this guy who's been ducking and cherry picking, Canelo Alvarez, this guy who you guys say that he ain't all that and he just ducking and he this, he's that. At 23 years old, he fought arguably one of the greatest fighters of our era, Floyd Mayweather. Then he fought Laura. Then he fought James Kirkland. Then he fought. Let's see. Shane Mosley. He was 22 years. I think he was 20. Canelo was 22 years old when he fought Shane Mosley. The kid, right? Shane Mosley had a wealth of experience. Shane Mosley, Josecito Lopez, Austin Trout, Floyd Mayweather. Let's see, he fought Alfredo Angulo. He fought Lara, James Kirkland, Miguel Cotto, Puerto Rican legend. Amir Khan moved up in weight. Amir Khan had a business in the ring with him. Liam Smith, okay. He won a light middleweight title at that time when he fought Liam Smith. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez. That was two Mexican legends fighting each other. Pretty much, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. ain't no goddamn legend, to be honest with you. His father's a legend. He fought Gennady Golovkin. At this time, Gennady Golovkin was looked upon as the best middleweight in the world at that time. He fought twice because the first one was a draw. Fought Rocky Fielding. Rocky Fielding was a champion. He had the WBA regular championship. They say that Rocky Fielding was nobody. Okay, I give you that. You say he's nobody. Fine. He fought Daniel Jacobs. I think Daniel Jacobs is somebody. Middleweight division. Jamal Charlo refused to fight Daniel Jacobs, a black fighter. Let's see. He fought Sergey Kovalev. He fought Kovalev, older fighter, wasn't in his prime anymore. Callum Smith, but he fought him, beat him. He was a champion. Callum Smith, undefeated champion at the time. He fought Yildirim. Didn't nobody like that fight. That was a mandatory. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, undefeated champion at the time. He fought Caleb Plant, undefeated champion at the time, who they said that was too much. So he kind of like made his own lane. He didn't have to chase Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather wanted to fight Canelo. Canelo wanted to fight Floyd, and it happened. There was no chasing. He didn't have to fight. There was no chasing. There was no this. Well, Jermall Charlo been chasing. He's been chasing Canelo for years now. Okay, well, when Jermall Charlo was chasing Canelo, Canelo was down here fighting other guys who were champions. Now, Jermall Charlo, he did fight champions in the junior middleweight division. But I'm not talking about the junior middleweight division. I'm saying in the middleweight division, if you want to convince me that this guy that y'all call Cinnamon, Canelo Alvarez, is ducking Jermall Charlo because he's afraid of his skill set or whatever you may feel like it is, right? Then explain this to me. Oh yeah, let's go to Floyd. Let's go to Floyd. He was 23 years old when he fought Floyd. He was 23 years old when he fought Floyd. People talking about something, yeah, man, Floyd, we got to follow the Floyd blueprint. The only problem with that Floyd blueprint is this. Floyd was fighting, he fought Sean Mitchell. He was fighting killers at this time. Zab Zuda was a bad boy at that time. Arturo Gatti, he beat the brakes off Arturo Gatti. DeMarcus Chop Corley was that guy at that time. You know what I mean? Some people felt like he lost to Jose Luis Castillo. They felt like he lost that. They felt like he lost it, right? You see what I'm saying? Let's see. He fought Diego Corrales. This is when he was pretty boy Floyd. This is when he was pretty boy Floyd. Angel Manfredi. He was pretty boy Floyd. He was a monster at pretty boy Floyd. So when you guys tell me that, yeah, we doing it the Floyd Mayweather route. No, you're not doing the Floyd Mayweather route because you ain't fighting, because you ain't going through the pretty boy Floyd era. This is how I judge these fighters. I said, when you tell me that your fighters are killers over there and they doing it the way Floyd did it, and this guy they shouldn't have to create their own lane because Canelo didn't create his own lane. He did create his own lane. He fought Floyd. He lost to Floyd, and he hasn't lost since. And he's become undisputed. He fought Floyd at 23 years old. Like, this is what I'm saying. And so now when I look at this shit, I say, okay, cool. You say he ain't fought nobody? All right. You say, okay, Floyd fought Oscar De La Hoya. Prior to Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, a lot of you guys didn't even know this, he could not sell flies to shit. This was in 2007. 2007. We're talking about 15 years ago. When he fought the Mexican-American guy by the name of Oscar De La Hoya, and he beat the cash cow in that weight division at that time, Oscar De La Hoya, that's when you saw money made. That's when he transformed. And he was chasing De La Hoya for a minute. He wanted to fight De La Hoya bad for a little bit. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Rick from San Diego.
Rick from San Diego. Rick, talk to me. What you want to talk about?
I just want to ask you, maybe it's off the topic, but what do you think about you think that Crawford, if he was to ever go to 160 or be at 168, I think he's probably the only guy that can beat Canelo. Would you agree?
No, I don't agree. And
No?
Crawford is my favorite fighter. I don't agree.
Crawford's my favorite fighter too, man. I just think he has the skills to beat Canelo, but obviously it's a weight difference.
Yeah, he don't agree. He'll my opinion, he'll get stopped. Canelo's too big, too strong. It's just too much. Some fighters need to stay in their lane. I think his lane is 147, maybe 154, and I think that's it. I can't sit here and cap. I can't sit here and do that. I'm not gonna do no. That's my opinion.
Thank you, Coach.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Coach. I love seeing your show, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Rick, man, from San Diego. So when you tell me this, see, people want to be Floyd Mayweather. They want to be Floyd Mayweather, but they don't want to be Pretty Boy Floyd. They want to be Money May, but they don't want to be Pretty Boy Floyd. Because you want to know why? Because these guys wasn't even fans back then. Pretty Boy Floyd was a motherfucker. After he beat Oscar De La Hoya, that's when he became the star. It was the passing of the torch type fight. And then he retired after that because I think they had a rematch, but Floyd ended up retiring. And then when Floyd came back to boxing, he fought Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton was a UK legend, still is to this day. Then he fought Juan Manuel Marquez. Then he fought Shane Mosley. Then he fought Victor Ortiz. Then he fought Miguel Cotto. Then he fought Robert Guerrero, which Robert the Ghost went no goddamn about. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't even count for that. Then he fought Canelo Alvarez. Then he fought Marcos Maidana twice. After Marcos Maidana beat the brakes off of Adrian Broner. Then he fought Manny Pacquiao. Some people say that fight came 5 years too late, but they ended up fighting, right? Then he fought Berto, and then he fought an MMA fighter. So when I look at the fighter that you're telling me that is, I look at the fighter that you're telling me that Canelo is ducking. So let me get this straight. He wasn't afraid to fight one of the greatest fighters of all time my main man Floyd Mayweather at 23 years old, but he's afraid to fight a guy who has had 0 unification bouts at 160 pounds, and he's afraid of a guy who's fighting Hugo Centeno Jr., Jorge Sebastian, Korobov, Brandon Adams, Dennis Hogan's, Darian Chacos, and Montiel's. So he'll fight this guy right here, the killer, Floyd Mayweather. And then you look at all of the other fights that he's had afterwards, but he's afraid to fight this guy. Make it make sense to me. Make it make sense to me. That's all I'm trying to say, guys. Make it make sense to me. I'm trying to figure it out. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Yeah, we got over 300 likes. That's good. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the like button. Make it make sense to me, guys. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. I want to be on the Canelo, I hate Canelo train, but in order for me to do that, when I look at Canelo's resume, I don't find anything that I can hate him on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? It's Electro Jet from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Electro Jet with the Lick Reed, fam. What you want to talk about, brother?
Hey, listen, man. I love how they say that he's afraid of Jermall Charlo, but he's a better boxer now than when he fought Mayweather. He's a much better. So how are they going to say that? It's like I can't understand this logic that these people use and all this capping they do for Jamal, and all these people saying that he's ducking this one and ducking that one when he's a much better boxer now than he fought. He learned off of Mayweather. He learned off of his draw with Golovkin. He learns off of each fight, so he improved. I can't understand how all this capping happens. Do they not look at the boxing records at all, or do they just because these guys are dick riding so much? Is that it? I don't get it.
I mean, people have a right to feel the way they want to feel, and I don't care neither way. I don't get emotional about it either way. They have a right to feel that what they want to feel. But what I do is I try to methodically break it down and understand where they're coming from. I try to understand the pro Canelo fans. I try to understand the Canelo haters. And I try to break it down. And the only way I can break it down is to look at who he has fought in comparison to the guy who they say he's ducking has fought. And when I weigh him up, bruh, there's no goddamn comparison. This guy who they say he's ducking is fighting bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. Literally, this is what I see. This ain't no hate. This ain't no shade. This is like, dude, make it make sense to me. He turned down it sound good. He turned down $100 million. And he ducking Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez. He turned down $100 million. Oh yeah, he turned down $100 million. Huh? Who told you that, sir? I heard it from Blue Bloods. I heard it from Fernando. I heard it from IK. I heard it from. Oh, okay, all right. Okay.
Oh God, and they heard when they hear stuff from IKK TV, it really pisses me off.
Yeah, so
sorry. Listen, no jokes.
Hey, shout out
today, I promise.
Yeah, shout out to you, Electro J. Shout out to you, fam. Thank you for calling in.
Shout out to you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Love you, brother. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Electro J. So, I get what you're saying. He said now Canelo is a total beast fighting bums. Okay, listen, Elijah Feliciano. Let's say I agree with everything you're saying, sir. Let's say I agree that Canelo is not a beast and he's fighting bums. Let's say I agree with that, right? If you believe that Canelo is fighting bums, and this is why I bust your ass at. If you believe that Canelo is fighting bums, how do you explain this? Who is Jorge Sebastian Highland, sir? Who is Hugo Centeno Jr., sir? Who is Matvey Korobov, sir? Who is Brandon Adams, sir, in the middleweight division? Who is Dennis Hogan, sir? Who is Sergey Derevyanchenko, 13 wins, 4 losses. He's a good fighter, though. He's solid. I can't take that from him. But he ain't nothing. But he lost all his step-up fights. He lost all his step-up fights. Who is Juan Marcel Montiel? If you want me to believe that Canelo is fighting bombs, then goddamn it, who the hell is Jermall Charlo fighting? Please answer that for me. Please. I need some help answering this question. Please, somebody help me. Somebody help me. Please. I'm not the brightest light bulb in the kitchen. I'm not the sharpest butter knife in the kitchen drawer. Somebody please explain to me how a guy who's got several Hall of Famers on his resume that he's fought, Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, right? He's fighting nothing but bums, but the guy who you said he is ducking is literally fighting nothing but bums.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
This dude has a resume full of bums in the middleweight division.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
Make it make sense to me, sir. You're trying to tell me Canelo's fighting bums. Okay, I got you. And what you say, Elijah, over the hill Hall of Famers. Okay, fine. I got you, Elijah. You say he's fighting over the hill Hall of Famers. Okay, cool. That's fine. Some say that Floyd Mayweather did the same thing now, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm with you on that. You say Canelo's fought undefeated. He's over the hill Hall of Famers. Who is Hugo Centeno Jr., sir? Please, guys, please. Sir, I mean, I'm just trying to make it make sense. I want to get on the I hate Canelo bandwagon. But if Canelo is fighting over the hill Hall of Famers, fighting bums, who is Hugo? Who is Jorge Sebastian? Please, sir. Please. I need some help, man. I need some help. If you believe that Canelo Alvarez is fighting bums, who in the hell has Jermall Charlo been fighting? I need to get me a cricket sound effect. I need to get me a cricket's sound effect. Please, how can you defend this? This is what I'm looking at. How can I sit here objectively, look at Canelo, not a fanboy of him, look at Jermall Charlo, not a fanboy of him, look at David Benavidez, not a fanboy of him, look at Bivol, Triple G, not a fanboy of any of these guys. How can I look at them and the guys who you're telling me that he's ducking, Canelo's ducking, he's fighting bombs and washed up Hall of Famers? Who in the hell is Jermall Charlo fighting? Every time I bring that up, it's quiet. Every time I bring that up, it's quiet. See, that's the problem. That's the flaw in your argument. Right? That's the flaw in your argument. Because when you tell me one fighter is ducking and he should be fighting King Kong, Godzilla, Gamma Megatron, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, the Dinobots, He-Man, what the dude name? All of the Thundercats, Mum-Ra, Vegeta, Piccolo. If you're telling me this guy got to fight all of those guys, goddamn it, Jamal Charlo and these guys, you say that Canelo's ducking, he can't be fighting no Jorge Sebastians. He better be unifying the division. Like this shit right here was just cap. As far as I'm concerned, this was just cap right here.
I'm sorry? 160 is my weight division. I want to unify. I want to get Golovkin in the ring. I want to bring him to Houston. You know what I'm saying? I want to get Canelo out here to Houston. If they really to come down to 160, this is my weight division.
That's all I'm saying, sir. So I get what you're saying, sir. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I get it. You don't like Canelo. He fights bums, this, that, yada, yada, yada. Okay, fine. If you feel that way, you feel that way. But how are you going to defend the position with the guys who you say he's ducking? That's all I'm saying. That's it. These other guys, they're not required to fight Godzilla. These other guys, they're not required to fight Mothra. These other guys, they're on the same side of the street, won't fight each other. One of those guys, one guy's two-time champion, super middleweight champion, and another guy, he's a middleweight champion. He's been there for 4 years, and he has fought zero champion. He has not tried to unify the division, hasn't fought any other champion in his division. But yet you want me to believe this guy's the killer. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. That's all I got for you, bro. That's it, bro. I'm just saying it. And Canelo hit the nail right on the head. Right here, in my opinion. If he fought Charlo, he ducked Bivol. If he fought Bivol, he ducked Charlo. If he fought Beterbiev, he ducked Bivol. If he fought Benavidez, he ducked Charlo. If he fought Charlo, he ducked Benavidez. If he fought, just give him a whole bunch of scenarios he's talking about. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. My point is this. My point is this. The moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is this. Hold on, Troy. If I don't like you, this is the moral of the story, guys. If I don't like you, there's nothing that you can do to make me like you. I don't care who you fight. If you beat the guy who I said that can beat you, similar to what y'all did with Caleb Plant. Y'all put the white boy out there from Ashland, Tennessee. Y'all said he was the white Floyd Mayweather. He mastered the shoulder roll, sprinkled with a little bit of Sugar Ray. I said Sugar Ray. I was being funny. Sugar Ray, and Carmen Serene said Sugar Ray Jenkins. But I said Sugar Ray Leonard. He sprinkled with a little bit of Sugar Ray. And when he got his ass beat, y'all jumped ship on him and said Canelo ain't fought nobody. That's what y'all do. And I know this. Troy Graham, talk to me, brother. What you want to talk about, fam?
What's up? To be honest with you, I'm out so loud where I'm at. You said you needed this, right?
I need a what?
I'll just send it to you later, man.
Okay,
send it to you later.
All right, yeah, just send it to me. All right. Shout out to Troy.
Ain't nobody coming to see
Shout out to Troy, man. Salute to Troy Graham, man. Other than listen, man, that's just what it is. If you don't like somebody, guys, there's nothing that person can do to make you like it. And that's fine. I ain't no goddamn love fest for Canelo Alvarez. I'm just saying you got to make it. If I want to jump on, I want to come on your guy. I want to come on your side of the fence. But every time I try to go over there, I come right back to reality that, damn, this dude who y'all say he ducking, this dude is fighting bomb after tomato can after tomato can. He refuses to fight other champions. He has no unification bouts. And he went life and death with the dude by the name of Juan Montiel. He had several fights he went life and death with. I'm talking about some C-class fighters. C-class fighters. He's going life and death with these guys. But yet you want me to believe that this other guy, the boy from Mexico, Canelo Alvarez, is scared of this guy and he's ducking. Other than that, that's it. This is our boy Coach Malachi Wins. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Like I don't like, dude. Like the shit ain't making no sense to me. This shit ain't making no sense to me. It's just not, dog. Let's give everybody. Let me go ahead and do this, man. OJ Ju-Man style. You know, I want to give all my give everybody I can a shout out. Shout out to Darvin Renee, man. My main man Cassidy. Shout out to Tony Boswell. And as a matter of fact, hold on, man. This is how we gonna do it.
Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. You're begging me not to leave. And I refuse to let you go.
Shout out to Troy Graham. Shout out to AV Sounds. Shout out to George H. Shout out to Alex Corona. Shout out to Kathy W. Shout out to Dean West. Shout out to Jim 82. Shout out to Dragon Leg. Shout out to Tube Matador. Shout out to CB3. Shout out to Miguel Charco. Shout out to the Queen, Carmen Serene. Shout out to Juan Carrillo. Shout out to Arnold Moketsi. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Shout out to Jay Miller. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Will Sargentson. Shout out to Here to There. Shout out to True Gritter. Shout out to Malcolm Roach. Shout out to Hair Hero Elite. Shout out to Jay Rodriguez. Shout out to Folabon. What's going on, my brother? Shout out to Folabon. As a matter of fact, let me do this here. Shout out to Ralph Reacts. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. What's up, Slim? Shout out to who else we have in the building? Dante Estarnez. Shout out to Charles N. Shout out to Chick. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Hector Garcia. Shout out to Damian Bennett. Shout out to Lonnie Laughlin. Shout out to the Queen Little Green Eyes P. Shout out to my brother Charlo. Shout out to Ahmed. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Jaguar Thama. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to Thomas Jones. Shout out to Jason Dockery. Shout out to the Queen Fistiana Fights. Shout out to the Queen Misfit. Shout out to my brother Retro Boston the Documentaries, my brother Blood right here in Florida, the FLA with me. Shout out to Schoolo X-Man. Shout out to my brother from the ATL, Mark Nash. Shout out to Rider of the Storm. Shout out to Carl Hansen from Down Under. Shout out to my brother Philip Fly from the UK, London. Shout out to Adrian Big 30. Shout out to the Queen Bless 365. Shout out to my brother A. Sneed. Shout out to Paul Evans, my brother. Shout out to Mr. Pads. Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bales. Shout out to my brother James Brown. Shout out to my brother from Detroit, the Big D, my main man Smith and West. Shout out to Punch Perfect Boxing. Salute to the Queen Deborah Booker and salute to Ava as well. Guys, listen, man. And another thing I want to share with you too. What I want to have an understanding of is this. In order for me to understand what my brother right here is saying, Rich Bummy says that in 60 fights, Canelo has fought Floyd Mayweather, Lara, and Triple G twice. Everybody else, he was way bigger than, okay? Or they were there past their primes. Cotto, Mosley, stop coddling this pussy. Forget Charlo and Benavidez, okay? So he is of the opinion that Canelo, out of 60 fights, he ain't really fought nobody. And when he did fight people, he fought them at the right opportune times and stuff like that. This brothers agree with him. This brother say Andrade, and and that's it. So this is what's going on, bro. Canelo was ducking Godzilla and King Kong. It is what it is, man. Eliza said Canelo is a duck. There you go, Eliza. You over here say Canelo is a duck, okay? So if you feel that way, my brother, again, if you feel that Canelo is a duck, explain to me why Jermall Charlo has been in that middleweight division for 5 years and he hasn't fought Demetrius Andrade. He ducked him. He hasn't fought Daniel Jacobs. You know, Daniel Jacobs pulled up on him and he ducked him. So you can't accuse another fighter of ducking while ignoring the fact that the fighter that you're talking about is ducking. As a matter of fact, I think that's in the commandments. Let me see. Is that in the commandments, guys? I think that's in the commandments. Let me see. You can't accuse another fighter of ducking while ignoring the fact that the fighter that you're talking about is ducking. That's a total contradiction. As a matter of fact, I get it. I understand. I get it, bro. Trust me, I get it. When you don't like somebody, you gotta stick to your guns. I get it. I understand that. Me personally, I think that's what makes the sport exciting. When you don't like somebody and you say all kind of hate and stuff towards them. I think that makes it exciting, especially when the guys fight each other. You see what I'm saying? Especially when they fight each other. But if 5 years you ain't fought nobody, that gets a pass because of your dislike for Canelo. How do you explain that? That's all I'm saying. And that is one of the commandments right here. I'm looking up the commandments right now, guys. Hold on. Finna pull up the commandment because I want to make sure I have a receipt. We try to go by these commandments as much as possible. We live by these commandments over here. Let's see. Let's pull it up. Which one it is. It should be coming up soon. Let's see. We got Keith Thurman right there. One time. I got Keith Thurman on here 3 times. I got Keith Thurman on here 3 times. Let's see. Let's continue. I get what you're saying. Canelo, he's fighting nobody. He's a duck. He's a serial duck. Okay, fine. And you say you feel like he's been cherry picking and ducking. Okay, if you feel that way, that's fine. But what has Jermall Charlo been doing? And you got to tell me something other than he's been chasing Canelo. He's been chasing Canelo. He's chasing one guy. Daniel Jacobs, he ain't want none of that smoke. Andrade, he ain't want none of that smoke. 2 black fighters, too. 2 black fighters. But I think that gets ignored because it doesn't fit the narrative. And I understand. I get it. I trust me, I do. I get it. I understand. I'm trying to pull up the commandments. Hold on, guys. This shit. So here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Right? So commandment number 8 is thou shalt not condone any elite fighter of ducking another fighter. If you feel like Canelo's been ducking elite fighters, you cannot ignore the fact that Jermall Charlo has been doing the same. 5 years in the middleweight division is proof of that. And another one is commandment number 7, thou shalt not criticize a fighter for cherry picking when your favorite fighter is cherry picking. This is what I'm saying. These are the 2 commandments that you really have to look at very closely when you accuse another fighter of ducking and cherry picking. You got to make sure that you hold your fighter to those same standards to see where they fall in line at. Okay, that's it. These are commandments. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and repost them. Let me go ahead and repost the commandments just in case. Let me go ahead and repost the commandments just in case. That's what I'm going to do. Repost the commandments. And so you guys want to look out for that. Other than that, that's it. It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. Listen, man, Otis, talk to him, my brother. Talk to him, my brother, David Ruffin.
You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
Other than that, that's it. It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams signing out. New Media Today USA Boxing. See you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, I'll holler at you guys. See you guys then. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.